Okay, should be
Whoa.
live.
Whoa. Whoa. Hey, fun fact.
Sure you hit it? Oh, there you go. It works.
The
Oh,
very
I need to see.
beginning of this campaign, I was going through like the list of like things that this world had, like places and stuff like that, and like art and whatever. And I think it was on the player handbook as well. And I think Sam, you said specifically when you saw Handria, you're like, "Fuck, I want to go there."
Oh,
So now you're here.
Send you the Andrea art?
Nice. Hell
Yes,
yeah.
now it's the Handria arc now.
Is it too late?
I need to find my June. I don't. Where's my June?
For your
Hold
character
on.
to come in?
No, for me to send you the art that you wanted me to send you.
Oh, it's a little too late. Yeah. Oh well, they're gonna be in here a while, so you can send it and I can bring it in. Lauren drew an entire background image of Handria
Okay.
for this because she was also hyped for Handria because it had a giant crescent moon temple.
Yo.
But yeah, you guys. Okay, recap. Someone give me a recap. What happened?
We went back to lecture our dragon guy. We learned that he just spat ice everywhere in the house and ruined the place, so we cleaned up. And June took him to the side and taught him a little bit better etiquette and told him to get educated and become a leader in the society rather than just a slop that just eats bandits or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And then afterwards, we reunited with all the people, Doshka, and all those big guys. All the names are out of my brain right now.
Yep. Yep.
We talked about a future invasion, but it doesn't have to happen right away. And we made a list of a bunch of stuff we can do to make it easier, like get all the relics or like the remaining relics, and then do other things in our own personal journey, because it'll still take time for them to do their big ritual stuff that they need to do. So we have plenty of time to get ready. And then June wants to go reunite with Ataro since it has been a while. Though she has been using her magic, she's still a little bit distant from Hitaro compared to before she joined the syndicate. So yeah, that is, I think, the very, very, crust of it all.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, like you said, you guys have about a year that to basically do whatever you would like to do around Solaris, be it personal quests, be it fucking with the Syndicate and Zayvano, and other various tasks that you may or may not have, including as well, of course, just adventuring in general, as adventuring seems to lead to money and magical items which increase your capacity to dish out damage and survive, as well as just gaining experience in general, which you guys know that has helped you become more and more powerful as time goes on. But yeah, you guys have basically on all that went down. You have the list of things that you need to do. The day for the blessing of the harvest still approaches. That is the day that Zaydano and Kokomoko Frappe will be in Handria to play a little concert. During this time, Fitz and Star Princess will be here as well, and they're supposed to be helping Pala, or now Ayana, in terms of figuring out about the contract and figuring out a way to break their contracts, Kokomoko Frappe's contracts. But you guys still have a week until that happens. But you guys decided to visit the temple of the Crescent Moon Temple in Handria, the Temple of Atara, the main devout place for him in Handria. So I believe the last thing we left off, you guys had just finished teleporting. So, and of course, June, you gain inspiration. The recap. The magic of the teleportation scroll shunts you all away from the Nocio house and deep into the heart of Qualt. As the magic finishes, you all find yourselves where once the air was brisk and a bit humid, is now dry and warm. You look up and around here. None of you have been here before, but as you gaze up at the massive sandstone walls surrounding the city, the massive population of merchants of all races, the foot traffic, the sound of life, you're certain that teleportation was successful. Now, teleporting to Handria, because it is a very magically dense city, they have taken measures of people teleporting directly within the city. But so you guys find yourselves just outside the wall at a teleportation circle. It seems that teleportations get redirected right outside of Handria, so no one can just teleport in. But you guys stand outside, just right outside the big sandstone gates of the city. And you can see people kind of coming in and out. You see guardsmen in very much like... they look like they're wearing some kind of iron and light steel armor. With like heavy bits of leather in and around. It seems very much like a armor fit for the weather. So the guards don't just immediately collapse from being so heavily fitted. So it's like just lighter, like leather armor with like bits of metal here and there. Comparatively to the guardians in Nocio that are all fully decked like tank-looking guys. But as you guys approach, what would you like to do? You're standing outside the city gates.
I guess I would just make a beeline to the temple.
You guys,
What's the journey from the gates to the temple look like?
So as you guys kind of like move in through the gates, it's easy enough to get through. You guys don't have like anything of particular note on you. The guards make note of who's coming in and out, but they're mostly there for like merchants and caravans, like detecting goods, making sure there's no smuggling. But for most people can just kind of come in and out, no problem. And as you're kind of like going through the city, I'll actually switch the scene over so you can kind of get what it looks like inside. And as well, I'll just give a big old description of Handria. So, Handria, capital city of Qualtz, or rather its largest and most notable. It is here that the Gyphon House, they used to reign as Meister. However, that is no longer the case. The Volcana are the new Meister and have been the new Meister of Qualtz, and has moved many of the important governmental meetings of the greater part of Qualt over to Mostow, where their domain is. Regardless, Handria, despite the Gyphon House no longer being the Meister and this not being the center of Qualt governance, still remains as Qualt's largest city for good reason. Handria is an oasis in the desert, a location where rain is not uncommon. You actually see rain clouds like up above you in like certain parts of the city. You see like little drizzles of rain kind of coming down. There exists ample water. You see aqueducts and like channels of water kind of going in and throughout the city walls and in the interior. You see sprouts of like lilies and things existing within the ambient water, and like as well as like reeds and stuff kind of decking the walkways. The beautiful white limestone walls of the city have earned it the title the Pearl of the Desert. Its walls are massive, protecting the city from sandstorms that come and go from the desert. The houses and buildings themselves, as you look around you, are also of limestone, smattering of sandstone domes and flat like boxes of sand, kind of covering throughout the city itself. The city, kind of like like walking through it, is a roaring mess of people, constantly walking up and down. You see people swerving in and out of crowded streets, littered with palm trees and cacti. You see various like markets and vendors of all sorts making their case for trade. Vast array of rainbow of colors, vibrant tarps. Like despite the fact that there's so much like of the same like sandstone color, you see it's decorated with silks and various cloth weavings of different colors. Despite the fact that this is very much a monotone city, in theory, it's decorated in a way that provokes so much like a life and vibrancy that you wouldn't have seen even in like Gerlach. You had not seen this. Norca, it kind of reminds you a little bit of like the Fey District in the sense of like there's just so much going on here. And as you kind of like look around, you do see this massive, off in the distance, kind of like on a raised little area, a collection of very unique looking structures. One of these is the Scarlet Syndicate, a massive red pyramid, or as it's better known as Scarson. The absolute college of magic in all of Solaris. It's notably the most arcanely powered school in Solaris itself, whereas Gerlach and Nocio had artificing-based magics. The Scarlet Syndicate is purely in the art of wizardry, in the sense of spellcrafting, rituals, and all that kind of stuff. And you can see their influence dotted throughout the city. You see magical items and effects littering merchant stalls. You see the signature scarlet robes of students as they meander down the street. And of course, the Scarlet Syndicate is how this city has water at all. The aqueducts flow because of their brilliant control of weather. The mages have created rainfall for the town. And you can see that the energy in Handria itself, this chaotic like mash of just like vibrancy and life and people kind of talking to each other, contradicts the solemn and quiet Crescent Temple, which you see similarly like placed to the Scarlet Syndicate, overlooks the city. And the city has little to no order. Everything is everywhere, and sometimes it's hard to find what you're looking for. But you can see people kind of going in throughout. It seems that those who know the city, are born and raised here, know exactly where to go. And as you're kind of going through, you learn a little bit more of the city. You know that there's the Merchant Guild, ruled by the Jaifun House, the Moon Setters, which are people of the Crescent Temple, the Reds of the Scarlet Syndicate, and then the common folk themselves. So as you kind of like are going through it, you pass by a corner making your way towards the Crescent Temple next to the Scarlet Syndicate, and you see, like, it's off in the distance. There's no place in the city where you cannot see the Scarlet Syndicate or the Crescent Temple. There are just these massive structures in the center of the city. Along with this like very ornate Taj Mahal looking structure as well next to it, which someone points out to you is actually the Merchants Guild, and like the Jaifun House is supposed to be in the upper floors of it. So as you're kind of going through here, you also note, because of the part of the magic, there comes around the corner a massive elephant kind of going down, but you guys notice it's made out of like an illusionary magic, as it starts to float in the sky and like above the stalls and stuff. There's just a lot of like illusion magic for purely decor and like beautiful vibrancy, which the city seems to really try to keep up joyous appearances as much as it can. Despite, like, you know, the hustle and bustle of life, there's always stress here and there, but the city tries to alleviate at least some of it with vibrancy. But yeah, you guys continue forward. As you're kind of going along here, going through these streets, kind of navigating around, what's going on through the minds of you guys right now?
Isidore just kind of looks at everyone. All right, so I think I've heard of this before. They, if they talk to a local, you got to say Lisan Al Gaib or something like that.
What does that mean?
It's from some local dialect, I believe. One of these tribes out here. They believe in something or other. I don't know. If you see one of them, though, I'll try to point them out.
Noted. Okay. I think that the game is really fascinated with all of the, like, just very normalized, everyday magical items around. Does anything in particular jump out as, like, novel, I guess? Something functional and cool?
Yeah, absolutely. You start, like, going around to the different stalls and the like. 1 second. While I pull up the exact things that you may be able to see.
It's cool to see, I guess for her it's cool to see this kind of like relatively advanced, you know, magic technology, you know, abilities being used in such a mundane way that's accessible.
Yeah, this is definitely still the case. But as you kind of like look around, going to the vendors and stuff, the most people that have these are people that can afford it. Like, there's still people that not as well off or are a bit more unlucky in life than the others. As you see, like, there are like children wearing like very like tattered garbs and stuff, kind of like just street urchins basically, and they're not uncommon. Like you've seen them in Gerlach as well. There's been plenty of them, but it seems that Handria is definitely no stranger to them. But yeah, you actually see a couple of things. You see these. There's this one merchant that's like showing off these like silk outfits, and you see he says that basically these clothings mend themselves to counteract the daily wear and tear. They're meant to be to fit the lifestyle of longevity, especially for like the regal sort of like noble people of the city and of travelers. You see another one. It looks to be more like a medicinal advice, and you see he says, "You there, young man. Are you having a hard time to listen in? Are you finding that as you age, your hearing is not quite what it used to be?" He shows someone this like horn and places it in his ear, and he says, "Ah, perfect. I can hear everything." He goes over to June. "You there, young lady. Would you be inclined to check out this ear horn of hearing?"
Oh, an ear horn of hearing. That sounds awesome. Sure.
You pick it up and you like put it in your ear, and like the city is loud. Like there's so many people trying to get attention everywhere, like just yelling in this like very boisterous town. As you pick it up and you hear, you can actually like figure out through all this. You can kind of like find it easier to parse, and you see the magic of your shield kind of helps with this, like that watcher sense. And you can kind of pick out small little conversations here and there, like very, very clear. And you see he says, "It's quite impressive, right? As you age, it'll help you more and more as we all lose our hearings." "What do you say? 50 gold?"
How old do you think I am?
"You look to be at least 34.
I'm like 19.
Are you sure?"
June's gonna be like 10 gold.
"I was 25.
I'm gonna walk away upset.
Wait! Fine, 10 gold, 10 gold.
I'm just gonna shout out that this guy's really rude to the like just really badmouth him in front of as many people as I can right now, just because I'm really upset. He called me 34.
Make an intimidation check.
I'm gonna mutter in the background like, "Ooh, cringe."
Consumer.
Hold on, intimidation. What'd I get? Oh, 19.
As you say that, like you just yell it out. Like, this guy is really rude. You immediately says, "No, I promise. All my wares are designed to help." And you see that this like one guard kind of goes over and he says, "That's the 5th time this day, Enrique. Son of a bitch. If this happens one more time, we're gonna have to take you back to the hall." "No, please." "I have a license." You guys leave that scene there. But yeah, you see just other basically trinket level common items of like magical variety. You see one that seems to work along with the sun, where you can kind of see it kind of tracks the sun's movement, so that way you can determine if it's like what time of day it is regardless of where you are. Right? You could be like 20 feet underground and it would still tell you like if outside on the surface it's like daytime or something. So you just see like a bunch of things just in and around that might be of note. You can make an investigation check if you want like a list, if you're trying to like actively pursue some of like the vendors in the stalls of like just various little minor trinkets that might be of import or like of use to you, or like if you're interested in something. Otherwise you guys can just keep going on. Your choice.
I think she was just fascinated with how commonplace it is. Nothing in particular really jumps out.
Yeah, very commonplace. You see that most of the people here know some kind of like cantrip. Prestidigitation you see it just goes off a lot as people like get dirty throughout the day.
Everybody knows Firebolt.
Everyone knows Firebolt. But yeah, and you guys kind
Yeah,
of
no, I
continue
think
through
Union's
a
good.
bit. What's the rest of the party thinking of?
Is there like a place that sells like potions? I'm sorry, I don't know if you said that already.
Are you looking for like a potion seller of some kind?
Yeah, I'm looking for like a potion seller for like potions of healing,
Potions of healing?
specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okie dokie. Investigation. Sorry, I didn't have that tab. That one tab wasn't open. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I'm like going in around. You do see like there are people selling like small little like trinkets, small like vials and like ointments and stuff like that designed for various specific ailments and the like. And you do see that there is one like vendor that has his stuff set up. He seems to have like a couple like potion vials of this sort. And you see that he's like talking to some of the guardsmen, and you see one of the guardsmen leave the tent with like a potion, which looked like a potion of healing in his hand, and kind of stepping away. But you do see like a vendor, a stall, like it has various like fabrics all over it. You just see like it's very very simple stall setup.
Okay. So when you say it looks like a potion of healing, can I like as the guard's walking by, just try to like look at it and see if I can tell me if there's like writing on it saying what it might be?
Sure, yeah. Make a perception check and make it with advantage because you know what you're trying to look at.
Okay. It's gonna be an 18.
18. Okay. You kind of like look and see, and it does seem to be a potion of healing.
Okay.
But like
Isadora's gonna go into the tent. Yeah. Isadora's gonna go into the tent and try to, I guess, like talk to the shopkeep. Is he like talking to anyone right now, or is he just kind of like no one else is in the tent?
Off the guardsman, so you're kind of like the next person coming up now.
Okay. Hello there. I was interested in purchasing and procuring, I suppose, a potion of healing from your fine establishment.
Oh, yes, we do have a few in stock still. It's very popular these days.
You see he kind of like comes down, like his half-orc, like much older in his days. He kind of like hunches over, picks up a couple like potions, lays them on the table. You see 3 like very basic potions of healings, and he says,
What do you think? Each potion of healing will be 50 gold.
And there's 3 of them?
3 of them.
Like on the table, you said? Okay. What kind of potions are these? These are just level 1 potions, normal basic ones?
They are of the basic variety, meant for nothing more than cuts and bruises and the like, done with adventuring and protecting oneself throughout the day. The heavier stuff
Is
you
it
might
just gonna
want
kinda
to
like-
find in the Grand Bazaar, but good luck with that.
What do you mean by that? Is it dangerous in the bazaar?
Oh, I take it you're not from town, are you?
No, I am not, but eager to learn. If you mind spilling the beans, so to speak. And Isra kind of pulls out a gold coin and just kind of like flips it at the guy, just like puts it on the table.
Much obliged.
Maybe this will, yeah.
you
Go.
see he says,
Here in Handria, while your merchants such as myself will dot the streets here and there, the Grand Bazaar is where the most trade happens throughout the day. Merchants from all over Solaris go there, set up their stalls, and typically trade with each other. But for those proficient in the city, some of the nobles and travelers such as yourself might go there as well. I believe there's a town further north in Norca that has a similar sort of plaza. They sort of copied from Handria.
and you guys remember that there was a like bazaar in the middle, like the port town of gosh, I'm forgetting my own lore here. 1 second.
actually look them out. In the town of
Double
Dahlia.
jeopardy.
Dahlia had a bazaar where that's where you guys got your like new drip there, pretty much. And he says like the Great Bazaar spans for a long time. You will like, if you are looking for something in particular, you will likely find it there. It's very rare that someone who enters the bazaar leaves it empty-handed. Just be wary. Though, and he kind of like leans in close and kind of gestures you to lean in closer.
Okay.
Most of the merchants run by the Merchants Guild and have to appease to their rules. Some you'll see that are more of the nefarious quality, and the more greedy of the bunch may try to trick you. If such a thing happens, look for one of these. And he takes out a like pendant, and you see it's the similar symbol that June has. It is a symbol of Vitaro. And he says, the Oasis will take care of it. Try not to make yourself too an easy target, or they might go for you as well. And he gives you a wink.
Wonderful. You've been so much help. Thank you so much. I will purchase all 3 of your fine potions right here. It kind of puts down 150 gold.
Very kind, very kind. And you see he pushes the potions and takes your gold. And he says, do come again. I typically stock up once every couple of days, if you'd require more potions.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Isidore just kind of like tips his hat as he walks out of the tent. So I'm guessing those are level 1 potions?
Level 1. 3 level 1 potions of healing, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Isidore will rejoin with the party and just kind of explain everything that the little gremlin in there told him. And then that's what he told me.
Oh, so you have a symbol of Fitaro now?
He didn't give me the symbol,
He didn't
right?
give it to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of like you need to find one if you get tricked or something like that.
Oh, well, I have one, so we're good.
Wonderful. We're already protected. Wow, would you look at that teamwork? Fascinating. Wonderful.
Okay, cool. I guess we're safe now. Let's
They said if we needed anything, we could find it in the bazaar. So if there's anything
Oh.
specific we need, the gentleman in there said very, very unlikely we would not find it. I guess unless it's something absolutely insane.
Oh, I'm assuming they don't have any relics in there, do they?
Isidore just kind of shrugs. Maybe.
Okay, maybe we'll check it out. Should we do? I guess. I mean, I want to go to the temple, but we can go to the bazaar if you want. Eventually.
Yes. Well, we could do that after the temple. There's no
Right.
rush.
Right. Okay. Cool. Anything
So,
else you want?
So the Grand Bazaar is actually close to. So where the Scarlet Syndicate, the Temple of Itaro, and like the Merchants Guild is known as the Grand Plaza. That's actually where the concert will be, is in the Grand Plaza. Near the Grand Plaza, to its side, has like its own section dedicated to the Grand Bazaar. It's very much like, if I had to place it, to describe the Grand Bazaar as like a place that we may have all been before, or some of us have been before. Sigil. Sigil has their own Great Bazaar. It's very much like that one.
I understand it.
Okay. Well, let's head to the temples and then we can head to the bazaar after.
Isaac, what's going through your head as you walk?
Since I've come into the city, I've kind of like let my ether gates down and just kind of absorbing like all of the sensations and like the life of it. It's kind of like overwhelming in like a really refreshing way, but I've just kind of been enjoying it and following, almost like tuned out, like I'm zoned into it, not really present.
Nope.
We're like
Right.
present in the ether.
Okay, you guys continue forward, and as you kind of like go through the city streets, you eventually make your way, and it takes a little bit, especially as you kind of like go through. You feel like a lot of people are pushing and bumping into you as you kind of like reach closer, like up these staircases to like the Grand Bazaar. And you see like this one kid kind of like goes in and says, "Excuse me, sorry," bumps into you guys on the way down. June, your passive perception is astronomical. Immediately, you see that the kid touched your like coin pouch, and as you look back, you do not have the coin pouch anymore. As the kid continues moving forward.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on. What do I have?
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm gonna kill this kid.
I'm going to smite this child.
I mean, I have it in sight, right? I still see him.
Yeah, you still see him. Your perception's insane. I'm not
Okay,
gonna have
cool.
you roll for this.
Right. I want to use. Hold on. I'm gonna use my cape of the the dimension door and just appear in front of him and grab him. just let him bump into me. I just disappear in front of him. I kind of wave my cape, disappear, and he's looking back still. I'm in front of him now, and he runs into me. I grab my pouch back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you use that. No roll necessary. He bumps into you, falls onto the ground, and you can quickly grab like the pouch back if you want.
Yeah, I grab the pouch back and I hold it up.
And you see he says, like, firstly shocked, confused, and then immediately like a little bit scared, and says, "Oh, how did that get in my hand? I'm so sorry. I'm glad you got it back. Okay, have a good one, man." Shit, he tries to get up and just run.
No, you're not going anywhere. I grab him.
Oh.
I try to grab him by the wrist. Like, you're not going anywhere, kid.
You grab him by the wrist. Yeah, he just
June,
like,
June, what's going on?
Let me go.
No, why are you stealing?
He said, you say, "Why are you stealing?" He says,
A kid's gotta eat, doesn't he? Come on, this happens all the time. Just let me go.
No, what do you mean? Do you do this every day? Is this your normal day? Where's your parents?
What's it matter to you?
and you see just like a half-work kiddo. Couldn't be more than like 13, 14.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna say this is no way to live. Just try to lecture him a little bit.
Just lecture him.
This isn't the place to have this conversation.
No.
Can I
Let
give the
me
kids some
finish, okay? Look, you keep doing stuff like this, you're gonna end up with a terrible crowd of people, assuming you're not already part of a terrible crowd of people.
Make an insight check.
Anyways, okay. Insight. Where is my? There it is. 14.
14. You look at this kid and you see, like, as you say, crowd of people. He immediately thinks of something, but then returns to like trying to move past you, and he just says,
I get it. You're new into this town. You don't understand the way things work yet. Fine, you got me. Fair's fair. All you gotta do, let me go. We can act like this never happened. I got nothing I can give you. That was it.
Are you part of a group?
You might be asking the wrong questions here, lady.
You tell me, or I'm gonna follow you until I find them.
make an intimidation check. Make it with advantage.
19.
Listen, if you mess with me, you mess with the Oasis, okay?
And if you mess with me, you mess with Hataro, and just like immediately my eyes go black.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Holy shit! Judgment approaches. This divine fucking light. You see, he immediately gets incredibly scared, and says,
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't mess with you. I'm sorry. Please let me go.
Tell me what I want to know.
I'm with the Rampant Oasis, okay? Fine, we're doing this here and now.
The Rampant Oasis. Okay, I'll let you go, but this won't be the last time you see me. My eyes go back to normal. I let him go.
Oh, God.
"You rush
And I'm like,
through." Hataro's divine judgment.
and then I
coming.
shout, I'm like, kid, catch! And I'm gonna throw the pouch of money at him.
You gave him the money still?
Yeah, I'm gonna not give him all my money.
Sure,
Actually,
sure.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna just throw a smaller pouch of 5 gold.
He grabs it. He looks still terrified. Says, "You're an incredibly scary but also kind question mark woman. I hope we never meet again." And you see he runs off.
We will meet again. Mark my words. I'll fix this place if I need
Oh
to.
my gosh.
June turns around. All right, guys, let's go. Let's keep going.
This place if I need to. Oh my god. This is a new arc for June. Holy shit.
I'm gonna raise my fist up for a fist bump. Like, yo, cousin, that was sick.
I fist bump him back and be like, "What just happened?" I like
I
this
don't know,
game.
man. But that was incredibly base, dude.
I think I spent a little too long with the syndicate.
Yeah,
Okay.
but hey, you got that dog in you, you know? You really helped him out.
I don't have a dog. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you do, and I point to Shadow and you're in your Shadow.
Oh my god, cuz that's so inappropriate.
Yo, sorry, dude. It's gonna be funny for the bit. Anyway, I'll get him back.
Isaac, are you okay?
I don't know, man.
It's
This,
acting really strange lately, Isaac.
yeah, dude, this city changed me. I don't know, man. Ever since I set foot here, I haven't been the same.
We've been here for like an hour.
Yeah, dog, that's what I'm saying. I haven't been the same for like an hour.
Gain, do you know what? Do you think he's okay or?
Let's just. We need to get out of this crowd before you get pickpocketed again.
Yeah, good
Everybody,
idea.
make sure you tie your wallets down extra carefully.
Brilliant idea. Okay.
Okay.
Then no
I should-
punk kid bumps into me.
Now I, the DM, need a break from what just happened.
Okay.
Give me like a minute or two. I'll be right back.
You pickpocket the wrong person, DM. June got that dog in her now. June ain't taking shit from no one. Oh my god. Good lord. Good session, guys.
Good session. Let's end it
What's up
here.
with June? Is June okay?
Like, June, calm down. June's like, don't mess with me, game. I'm doing my thing.
Posted a photo of June in the other channel.
Feed yourself. Now.
You should give up crime now.
Okay.
What's Isaac's deal?
Yes. So
What do you
June's
mean?
got that dog in her now. Isaac is vibing. Gain liking the style. June dogging her. We already went through that. Isidore looking for potions. Okay. After you see, like after the aftermath of like your just divine judgment, specifically, I think do you let the shield of Vitaro like flare in this moment?
Do I let it flare? Yeah, I think I haven't been like in tune with it so much that I did a poor job controlling it at that moment. So yeah, it flared.
As you do, you see a lot of people just around stop moving as the kid just runs off. They look to you. Some of them clutch like an amulet, and you see it's another symbol of Ataro. And you see like just the shock and awe of, holy shit, this is a person. This is a moonsetter. People seem to give you some kind of reverence in this moment around. And you see this guy in like this like white robe speckled with a bit of gray, and like trimmed with black, begin to approach all of you. You see he says, oh, excuse me. Hey, hello there, traveler. And you see he takes off his hood, and you see a male tabaxi, black fur, piercing yellow eyes. And you see he says, "That was quite a display there in the, well, right now here in the streets. Say, are you new to the city? I can tell that you have some kind of devoutness to the guardian Itaro. Do I have that right?"
Well, we've been here before, but it's been a while, and I may be associated with the Taro.
I see. Well, it is not uncommon for individuals such as yourself to make pilgrimage to our temple. My name is Toriko. He brings out a paw. Tries to go shake your hand.
I will shake it.
You shake it, and you see he says, gives a smile, and he says, "I am one of the head priests of the temple, the Crescent Temple, one of the moon setters of the city. Say, if you're heading there now, I could give you guidance and bring you there with myself."
Maybe. Sure, why not?
I understand.
Can I do an insight check real quick?
Yeah, make an
just to
insight check.
get the initial vibe. Okay. Initial vibes, 15.
15. Understandably, this city probably has like some skeevy parts to it. But you look at this guy and you see a devout, like holy man.
Okay.
You get the sense of like this is a Hitaro worshiper for sure.
Okay. Sure. Then I think it's okay if I would appreciate that.
You see he smiles and nods and says, "Right this way then." And he looks at the rest of the group and says, "You're all some type of mercenaries, I take it, or adventurers. I can tell you all have a good deal of experience about you."
You could say that, yes.
Well, you picked a good city to visit at this time. Blessing of the harvest is only in a few days' time. It'll be a most joyous occasion. But enough of that. Please follow me. And you see he like starts going up the stairs, and you see like people begin to like part a little bit as he kind of moves up the stairs. But he quickly like gives like a smile and a hand gesture, and people begin to move about their business a bit. And you see he says, "This city is not without its own part of crime. The rampant oasis has a good strong hold into the city proper. And this city flows with money, after all. Our job here is to ensure that fairness, there's enough fairness here in the city itself. We do not often succeed. If we had it our way, I'm sure individuals such as that young orphan that had blindsided you momentarily would not have to resort to such measures. But the city works in different ways, and we cannot control everything. But we do try our best to keep fairness and to be a symbol for the people, to know that things can be better, that life is easier with the guardian."
Right.
You see, he kind of like moves you guys up, and you eventually, as he kind of gives like little bits of parts of the history that I've already, basic stuff that you guys already know. You eventually arrive to this large plaza, the Grand Plaza, and you see that there is the Red Pyramid of the Scarlet Syndicate. You see this massive, ornate white temple on like the highest part of the city itself. You see like this massive like Taj Mahal looking area that looks to be like the decorated griffins look to be like the Jaifon house. Additionally, you also see a couple other buildings you recognize because you've seen them in other cities before. You see that there is a library to the Platinum Vagrants, a Platinum Vagrants like place here. Additionally, you also see that there's a Stalwart Wild.
Oh.
And you see like both of these buildings seem to be very big and like more ornate than the ones you've seen before. These are major city versions of these facilities, after all. And you guys see that he says, "Welcome to the Grand Plaza." And you see all these different things, and he says, "Over there is the Crescent Temple. Shall we be off?"
Sure.
You guys continue forward, and as you begin to move closer and closer to the Crescent Temple. 1 second. Where'd it go? What? Ah. And you see, as you begin to approach the temple itself, in the sky behind it, a illusionary crescent moon begins to appear. And you see this massive, ornate temple. That tall peak, like a large staircase moving forward. You see these moon setters out and around. They look to be talking to individuals. You see people like common folk, like the populous parts of them begin to come up and start to talk with some of the moon setters a bit, almost like a spiritual guidance kind of thing. They seem to be individuals, similar to like how we have some priests do like just like talk about life in general, right, and just like listen to people's problems. These guys do a similar thing. They're like the spiritual core of the city itself. And you see that Toriko brings you guys closer and entering within. And as you look inside, immediately like the hot day breaks away to like this cool, brisk atmosphere inside, like reminiscent of night. And you see in here, you look up inside the temple, like while you're actually in it, the ceiling is black and like dotted with stars. Like it like gives off the impression of like a night sky. The interior itself has a lot of like reflective surfaces, faint bits of lights, like very like soft white light in and around. These big like gold pathways in and around here, has like this entrance to this temple. You see, as you guys enter, and you see that Toriko says, "Welcome to the Temple of Hitaro. We are known as the chosen locale of where Hitaro and his followers are. We're the largest temple in Solaris, and as such, many come here for their pilgrimage. It's a pleasure to have you here. You are June, are you not?"
That is my name, yes.
You see he kneels in front of you and says,
Oh.
Hitaro's chosen, keeper of the lunar rondo. It is a pleasure to have you in our temple.
Okay.
He gets up. He says, "I will quickly go get the head of the temple and some of our other priests. We have been waiting for your arrival for some time now. To think that today would be the day. Goodness. Basla will love to know this." And you see he goes off into the temple itself more. And you guys are left here in this opening area for a bit. You see there are like other like moon setters in and around, kind of like walking, not fully certain about like who you are because they didn't see like the demonstration and stuff. But you see that like There's like bits of paperwork here and there. There's like a hallway that seems to have like these massive mosaics on them, and you see like the symbol, many like statues and like symbols of Hitaro in and around. Moons. You see like his like the helm, the face that he wears always whenever he talks to you. And I think there's a weird sense of ease as you guys are all in here. Something about this being like a very sacred space. It feels like the outside world is just so far away. The hustle and bustle of the town, you can barely hear it at this point. It's just so quiet and solemn inside the temple. And you see, eventually, 2 additional figures besides Toriko begin to appear. You see this like larger woman, heavy, thick braids kind of like dangling down behind her. Like a pale green complexion, broken tusks, and these like olive eyes. These like big olive eyes that she has. She looks incredibly like tough, but also part of her has like a very solemn demeanor around her. And she wears like the moonsetter robes, but like with more of the sort of like, I don't know what they're called, like the tassels that a lot of like that signify tassels that signify like upper echelon and like higher levels of like the priesthood. And you also see another woman to her side, smaller. She looks to be almost halfling in size, like a little bit taller than a halfling, but like shorter than a dwarf. She wears like the moonsetter garbs as well, but like of the same variety of Toriko. And you see the bigger woman, the half-orc, comes over. All 3 of them kneel before you, June, and she looks up and says, "My name is Basla. I am the head priestess of Hitaro." And she gives you like a warm smile. "I've had a vision of your arrival for a long time now, June. Welcome to the Temple of Hitaro, of our god. You've already met Toriko." And you see she moves over. "This is Rory." And you see the hood goes back, and you see a halfling woman for sure, maybe a bit taller, vibrant red hair. You see she has like a weird scar going down her right cheek. But she gives you a nod and says, "Welcome, welcome." And Basla looks to you. She gets up and extends her hand out.
I'd reach out.
You shake her hand, and you see the lunar rondo glows ever so slightly.
The NR Londo.
The NR Londo glows ever so slightly. Gwen is there. He kills you. No, but she smiles, and says, "So it is true then. The lunar rondo, the relic of Hitaro. Please come in, June. I believe that there is something that you came here for. Is that not right?"
Yeah, I did come here for something.
"Then please follow me. We will take you to our living quarters. There you may
Sure.
be able to rest for a bit. We will be happy to help you in however way you see fit."
Okay.
"Should you wish to commune with Hitaro, the night will befall us before long. We can get the ritual area ready for you, should you wish."
That would be awesome.
"Very well." And she smiles and, "Rory, would you like to take these folk back to the living area while I set up the ritual for young June here?" "Would be my pleasure, priestess." And you see that Basla and Toriko leave you guys for a bit as they prepare stuff, and you're left with this halfling woman. And she kind of brings you guys forward. She doesn't say anything as she walks. But eventually you guys are taken to the living area. And It seems to be like this big, like very similar to where it was before. It looks like a campfire, basically. Like you feel like you're outdoors in this like room here. The walls of the room seem like stretch far more than they would have normally. The night sky isn't around. You just see this massive bonfire in the center of like there's still like tile floor and stuff like that, but the mosaic and stuff depicts like sand and grass in and around. Like there's just this one massive bonfire in the center that depicts like a firelight, and there are tables where various moonsetters are like kind of like sitting around talking with each other, and there it seems to be like various tables for like study and like scholar work and other things that the moonsetters do. And you see Rory goes in and says, "Here is the living quarters, June, and bad benefits."
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very prolific individuals. I've heard tale of the stories and of the missions and the things you guys have done thus far. It's quite impressive. Very impressive indeed.
Oh, we go around and do our best.
Sure. I heard tell that you even stopped some kind of invasion from happening in Norca. I have that right? You stopped something like the Syndicate or something like that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Very, very impressive. Especially for a bunch of, well, I would say normies, but not quite, such as yourselves.
What the Sigma? I say out loud.
Like the Sigma?
Ignore him. Ignore him.
That's what I mean.
knows not-
No, it's fine. I have heard quite a bit about you all. Frankly, you're going to want to talk to me a bit after this, whenever you have some time. After all, I think that this is another reason why you've come here, isn't it? According to your buddy Abel, right?
You know Abel?
Know him. He's with us right now. Well, not here necessarily, but with us. And you see she takes out her medallion of the Hitaro, and you see like the crescent moon, and she moves part of the amulet ever so slightly in a way that like you guys are away from like prying eyes at this moment, and she moves her symbol, and it turns into a palm tree. And you see she says, "The rampant oasis." At least that's what your buddy, when he came to talk to us, mentioned that you'd be helping us out with some kind of invasive force from the Syndicate for us.
Who are you? I can't. I look at the group. Are they threatening us?
What is this about?
This
No, cousin. I don't think she's threatening us. I think she's got it.
sizing you up, so to speak. After all,
Sizing
I
up?
have heard, I learned from Magnus that you all can be prolific enough to pull a heist, especially from the Boyas. It's quite impressive, honestly. I'm not sure that I see exactly how that happened with what I'm seeing here, but looks can be deceiving. That I'm well aware of. So let me just say this. If you come to help, and you've come to get acquainted, I will say, I am rather impressed with what you've all done so far. Normally I would have sent you on a task, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I just wanted to say that we're cool, you and I, and I'm looking forward to working together in a way that benefits us both. After you're done doing whatever you're doing here in the temple, come find me. I'll be around. I'll take you to our place.
I don't know if you know what you're doing, but this is very weird.
Yeah, I figured. You think I'm gonna be warm and cheery for a bunch of people I never met before?
Do you think we're gonna cooperate with you for acting weird?
I don't think you have a choice. Well, I guess you do, but
Yeah, we do.
it would waste a lot of effort
They are
if you
threatening
did.
us, June. I think they are
Okay.
threatening us, June.
What was that?
I think that they are threatening us.
I think so, but I can't tell. They're not that scary looking. I look at him, like, how tall is he?
She's like 3.5 feet.
3.5. I'm like, I look at her. I'm like, so what is? I don't get it. I don't. Just say that out loud. I'm like, I don't get it.
Gotta keep you on your toes, you know.
What?
Yo, cousin, we should back off. This girl's got some obscurity brain rot for real.
Brain rot.
Okay, I don't understand what he's doing either. But I get it. Skibbity Riz, right, Isaac?
What does that mean, June? I don't understand. No, I'm saying she's being.
Isaac, you asshole.
Skip a danger. I am the rearranger.
No, you don't do it either. That's not even funny. You're just being sus. What's up with you?
What does that mean? Okay. All right. Anyways, where do we even meet? So you flashed us a what did you flash? What did they flash us? The what did you? I'm forgetting everything you just said because this has been the most awkward. I threatened a 13-year-old kid's life just now, and this is more awkward than that.
So I heard, actually. That was one of ours that you threatened.
Oh, you're the rampant oasis. Okay, now sorry. The way you were acting, I just couldn't understand any words you were saying. So, okay, I get it now. You're the rampant oasis. I'm going to come and fix you guys. Sure, I'll come meet you after.
Oh, fix us?
Yeah, anyways, bye. I'm going to head to the...
June
Thank you for the warm
leaves.
welcome.
Do you guys leave with June?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
I
not
just
staying in
like
that room with
whisper
Christmas.
to Isaac and Gain and Isidore. What a weirdo. Like loud enough so it's not like I wasn't really trying to
Yeah, cousin. Seriously, I don't know, man. Crazy.
You guys look back, or rather, I guess you look back at all?
Yeah, I'll like look back real after I say what a weirdo and I look back.
You look back, she just has a smile on her face and seems to be holding something, and then it just walks off.
Yo, cousin, I think she was mewing just now.
Oh, you're so. I think I
Can
know
I-
what you meant. I think I know what you mean by she was mewing. I think I get it.
Can I check my pockets real quick?
Yeah, you want to check your pockets?
Do I have all my stuff on me?
Let's see. Do you have all of your stuff on you?
Let's see.
Why
he's
did it take you a
crazy.
while to answer that question?
Let's see.
Rolling to see if he took some. Oh, no.
So you see, you are actually missing an ancient animal femur.
Okay.
Not the ancient animal femur. No.
Did we know about that game?
What is that?
Isn't that the plague bone?
No.
No. This is a separate thing you picked up a long ass time
Oh.
ago and just have had.
Hmm.
God, it was
Hey,
just
Gabe.
This was just your way of cleaning up my inventory of loose ends.
Truly.
Guys, my pockets feel a little bit lighter. Did you guys have everything?
Did you from money from you or something?
Did they rob you? Oh my gosh.
Something like that.
Why would they do that? They're so. That was just so weird. I don't like it. That was just. I have no other words except for that was just so weird. It's okay. We'll
Is that
get it
one
back.
of
if You
your
really want it
fellow
back. Like,
followers of Hitara?
I don't think they're an actual follower. I think they're just thieves, part of the Rampant Oasis. That one lady that we just talked to. Wait, is everyone here part of the rampant? Oh my goodness.
Whole city's all thieves stealing back and forth from each other.
Guys, I can fix the entire city. I can do it. I'm not delusional.
Are you going to commune with Hataro today?
Yes, and I'm going to tell Hataro about this city, and hopefully he's going to give me some wisdom so I won't explode from how weird this place is.
The people here treat their beliefs very differently from you, June.
Okay, I
They don't
understand.
insult him at all.
I know, and that's one of the... Okay, well, I don't insult him anymore. That was when I was young and, still thinking about... Okay, all right. Just because I insulted him once doesn't mean I'm going to do it again. Okay, anyways, let me go commune with Hataro. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You do that.
Are you okay? Are you okay, June?
I'm good. I'm good. Oh. I'm going to go leave to go to the place they set up for me to...
You go leave to do that.
Should we just wait here? Okay, we'll wait here. Good luck.
Thank you.
June,
Do you guys want to play a game? Oh,
Go ahead, play your game.
Okay.
no, I was just gonna play some Trident. My friend gained for a while. Kill some time.
So the three of you play
Wait.
Leshian's Trident. While June's off doing her due. Sure, that you see after some time, June, eventually you make your way up a flight of stairs all the way to the top of the temple, and you see it's just an open air. And you see this massive circle in the ground up on the roof here that looks dotted around and it's like a moon. And you see these candles lit all around it, and you see Basla kind of getting incense and things set up. She looks and says, "You've come just in time. I take it you want to commune with our god."
Yes, that would be awesome.
You see as she starts finishing up here, she says, "This ritual sometimes works for us. I get visions and messages occasionally from Hitaro. Visions such as yourself arriving to our temple and the importance that would be for the future of Solaris or something like that."
Oh, okay. That's cool.
For you, perhaps it would do something more than just a simple message. That is the hope, after all. May our God commune with you and grant you the wisdom we all seek.
Oh. Yes. I agree. I want that too.
You see she begins to leave the area and says, "Whenever you are ready, step within the circle and do as you usually do and pray."
Okay.
When the night will come, you'll be able to talk with Hitaro. And she walks down the stairs, leaving you all alone here.
Okay. Then I will start to pray.
You pop into the circle. You pray. What does June pray to? How does she pray? What does she think of?
Okay. So long time no actual commune, Taro. I just wanted to reconnect and just ask you, how you're doing and everything. Yeah, there's a lot of big things going on, and there's a lot of things I'm scared of, and it's just been a while, and I feel like I need to strengthen our bond here because honestly, I missed our chats, and I know I have said pretty rude things to you before, but I hope you can forgive me for that. Um, I don't know. I want to know what you think of all this. I want to know how you feel about how I'm going about this. Not that your opinion's going to change what I do, as you know, but it might. And I also want to know more about the rampant oasis. And everyone here worships you, but there's still so much thievery and the lifestyle here, especially for that 13-year-old earlier. Not it, Chief. Not it. But anyways, yeah, that's everything I have. And then I close my eyes after saying it all out loud, and then I try to feel deep inside anything from Hitaro.
You feel, as you say all that out loud, the incense lit. You feel motion, like weightless in the moment. Like you're just floating. And you begin to lose your senses as your mind focuses in on the energy around you and this prayer and this connection to the divine. It's kind of like a really, really intense, meditation, almost. And as you do, you feel your mind leave the body and move up into the sky where the sun fully sets and it is just night. Once more, your eyes open and you find yourself not in a dream, but in a dream-like state, I suppose. Back in your home in Valexia. The moonlight out there, the trees and the stars, and you see from this moon the figure of Hitaro, wreathed in black, faint bits of white, looks to you from the night sky. Though it is different this time. Before he was this large, imposing figure. Now he seems to be much smaller. And it almost looks like he's maybe just about twice your size instead of like this infinite mass of the night sky that you had seen before. Like you're closer to him, in a sense.
June, you have made your way. Well done.
He looks around and says, "This is the most candidly I'll ever be able to speak with you, as per the Concord. What is it that you wish to say to me, June? You had many questions before, but let's start with one at a time."
Sure. I guess we'll get into the more serious stuff first, cut the small talk. I just wanted to know, let's start with the Rampant Oasis. Why are they the way that they are?
The Rampant Oasis is not part of my followers. They think they are, but it is not so. No, they follow the god of trickery, Bamati. And you see as he does, there's like a bit of a flare of like just anger. And you see he says, Handria is a unique city in Solaris. You humans have devised a power balance of sorts there. The Rampant Oasis exists, according to them, to bring justice to merchants that are ever too greedy and seek to swindle, though they are swindlers in their own right. It's a bit of a contradiction, so to speak, a bit of a hypocrisy. And you see then he says, but
Your quest seems to lead you to them. Was your plan not to recruit them to help with the invasion of the Syndicate?
It was, but you think I can have any influence on them? Rather, I mean, sure, recruit them, but I don't know. I feel like I can do so much more for them. Also, maybe I'm in over my head.
Are you truly asking me for advice?
No, no. Yes, no. No, there's more important things. I guess I just have a little bit of doubt. I guess I just wanted to reconnect with you, honestly, Hataro. So I guess advice would be really good. What do you think?
Well, as you said, June, no amount of advice I could give you will change you from doing anything that you don't already want to do. However, that stubbornness of yours has led to outcomes that I would not think possible at first. So let me ask you this, June. Instead of me telling you exactly what you should do, let me ask you this. What do you want to do?
I want to make it a better place. I want to make everything a better place. The rampant oasis, the syndicate. I don't want all of this terrible stuff they do to keep going on. I just don't know if I'm actually making a difference or not.
What is a better place?
Somewhere where they don't have to be in threat for their lives and harm other people to get what they need. Simply that. That's better than what they are now. At least what I think.
Safety.
Sure.
Justice for the evildoers and safety for those that deserve it.
Right. Does that make sense?
I understand perfectly, June. After all, that is what the night is meant to mean. Rest and relaxation, sleep, and, well, peace for those that need it. I think, June, you may not be able to do everything that you wish to do, but from what I've seen of you, every action you've taken has led and caused some kind of impactful meaning. Maybe you can't save them, and maybe you can't, by yourself, fix the problem, so to speak. But maybe you can do something. And if that's seek justice, or to protect the weak, as is our right, then so be it.
Okay. That's nice to know. And all right. Do you think I'm doing a good job?
You have not followed what I have expected of you, time
Right.
and time again. You have defied what it means to be a follower of myself. And yet, you still are in possession of the Lunar Rondo, and you still possess my magics. I do not agree with everything that you do, June. Redemption is not for everyone. Redemption might blind you from true dangers. But you have done some incredible things that a normal follower of mine may not have been able to do. So while I do not approve of your actions, You are doing well. And I'm lucky to have you as my follower.
That's so kind of you, Taro. I think that's probably the nicest thing you've said to me ever since we first met.
I
And
suppose I have seen your struggles. And I think as time has gone on and you've experienced your own set of hardships, I find it, as well as the other gods, this is perhaps inherent to all of us as we watch over the world. When we see an individual struggle and somehow persevere, there's always a sense of perhaps pride in that moment. I cannot influence the world of Solaris like I was once able to do. I simply am incapable of it ever since the agreement in the Concord. But then I see individuals such as yourself, June, that are trying to dispense out justice and to help the weak. And I can't help but know that this world might be okay. As long as there are people like you taking action to stop the world from turning into darkness.
I think that you're starting to like me more.
Maybe. Perhaps ever so slightly.
Well, I am my father's daughter, so if you liked him, I'm glad that you're getting closer with me.
Like is a strong word, June.
Sure, you can be in doubt all you want, but I think I'm liking you a little bit too. Not in the weird way, not like Isaac would say or something, but you know.
I understand, June. As much as a god could understand the whims of the mortals.
Oh, you act so high and mighty. I guess you are, but I think you gotta let loose a little bit, Taro. It's not that. It's never mind.
Know
I
this,
think we're
June.
starting.
If the god of justice let loose, there might be problems in the world.
Not like that, silly, stupid. Oh my god. Okay, no. Just kidding. Just kidding. Take it back. Take it back.
You see, make an insight check for me really quick.
Does he get my humor? Is he enjoying this, or is he like dreading this conversation?
Oh, with the third, I'll give it to you with advantage. Why not? I'll
Okay,
let you roll
cool.
with advantage.
Oh, even worse. It's okay.
You see, Hitaro is fully unmoving as you begin to laugh, but you couldn't help but notice that there was a little bit of movement in his like where the chest area, like the plate that he has on. You're not too sure exactly what that was, but he does try his best to keep just a straight, like, godly demeanor with
Right.
you at this moment.
I'll say, well, whether or not you believe that we're having a stronger connection here, I'm having so much more fun now. And I just start laughing again, just very playfully. Because I'm just kind of enjoying this prayer rather than dreading it like I used to do.
You see that as you're like in the grass, like looking up to him, you see that he descends from like the sky and just kind of like enters the grass, and you just see like there's just this, he's like an individual at this moment, like there's just this larger individual, still like shadowy beneath like the cloak and stuff like that, and you can like just the glowing visor as he looks to you, and he kind of like moves down to like meet you where you are, and like tries to like look you in your eyes, and you just see like that visage, and you see he says, "There's a lot of power in belief, June. If you believe it, then maybe it is so.
Whatever you say, big guy. And I kind of just sit next to him. Or is he standing?
He's standing, yeah.
I kind of just, I'm laying down on the grass, just looking at him. I put my hands behind my head and just enjoy this moment. Just, I'm like, why don't you just come lie down for a second? I think you've stood all your life.
Make a persuasion check
Sure.
to convince the god of justice.
27.
27?
Yeah.
You see, he... Lie down. You see, he doesn't have... You don't see, like, the way most humans, like, kind of, like, get on the floor for a bit and then lie down. You just see he just, like, yaw rotates, like, just on an axis. Rotates from standing to on the grass. And, like, looks up. And you see he says, does that please you, June? Am I doing this right?
I'm like, I just start chuckling. I'm like, wow. I thought teaching a dragon to do stuff was funny or was hard. Maybe I should have started with you in the first place. And then I kind of like ask him, may I? And I just try to gesture that I wanted to physically move him into a position that looked more comfortable.
You watch as he doesn't even respond to that. Or like maybe he takes it in, but he doesn't quite respond as he's just looking up. And you see he says, to think in all of my time as a god here in Solaris, I've never seen the sky the same way you mortals do. And you see he has by forcing him to lie down and look at the night sky, you have forced him to look at his own dominion and realm and who he is from your perspective. You see as you say, like, may I, he looks to you, like, head turns, rotates again, body rotates, he doesn't bend, he just rotates to look to you. And as he returns back to, like, standing position, you see he says, June, perhaps I should tell you the full story. You and your companions must defeat Zeta now. There is no future that you would be happy with a future in where he and the Syndicate do as they please. June.
Nataro. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
What I am about to tell you now, I can only tell you because of the way we have communed in this moment. There may be a chance that with the knowledge I impart upon you now, I may be reprimanded by the others for how much I'm imparting. With this knowledge that I'm going to tell you, things may not be the same afterwards. And the weight of my original sin may haunt you. Do you accept this knowledge?
Nataro, I believe everyone has a second chance, including you. Go ahead.
Make an insight check with advantage for me, June.
23.
23. Okay. We'll get back to that.
Cool.
Zaytano. How about maybe I should start with this. Long ago, when the land of Solaris was still fresh and beginning, there existed dragons. they were mighty creatures that were ever so stronger than the beasts of the land, for they held intelligence and ambition. But there were none so ambitious or as intelligent as the night dragons. Massive creatures, scales of black and breath as cold as the night sky. They were my original chosen. In some ways, they were my own incarnations. In some ways, they were my children. When the mortals of Solaris, such as yourself, came to be, priorities changed. The night that was once a time of rest for the beasts that needed it, and a time of opportunity for the beasts that thrived in it, became synonymous with fear. Mortals were creatures of day. They thrived in the day and in the sunlight, and the night brought terrors and the unknown. When the firstborn blessed the mortals with the curse, or I believe you all, the blessing, but I believe you all call it a curse, of bestial blood, that innate danger of their humanity, mixed with the ferocity of the beast, caused them to go mad, looking for safety in the night. The firstborn might have been the god of fear and chaos to the humans, but I became a god of unknown and of danger. This came to a tipping point when the trickster god Bamati offhandedly mentioned to my sister Amatras that try as I might, I was nothing to her. For what creature could hate the day? This angered me, and this caused her pride to inflate, and war broke out between us two siblings. She believed the night had no business for the creatures of Solaris, and I couldn't stand and let her be right about me. The chaos of the war caused the natural order of the world to be thrown into disarray as the rhythm of life was demolished. But ever loyal, my dragons saw an opportunity. They saw no end to the war and just more chaos, so they devised their own plan. This was all due to the chaos that the darkness of the night began. So they thought of a plan to perhaps guide the beasts of the land and bring them safety once more. For if the humans saw that light was safety, and the dragons need only bring light to the night. At this time, Bamati was admonished by the rest of the gods for what he did and for starting the war between the two of us. Even being threatened by Lucius to be cast away from Solaris, banished to lands beyond. For once, the god of trickery was humbled and sought to reverse his deed. So the night dragons drew close and told him that all he would need to do was steal a single hair from the goddess of day and bring it to them, and they would fix everything. Bamati did as they told, and whilst the goddess was throwing the sun against the stars of night, he grasped a single strand of her hair and brought it back to the dragons. There they imbued themselves with the goddess's power, a shard of them, and their once black scales turned white with light as they flew through the night sky. With their new vein of divinity, they flew across the land, bringing a light to the lichens, guiding their way. The humans saw the brightness of the night, and their fear faded away. They called them moons. The war stopped, as now the dragons of mine, my messengers, my children, resolved the issue of fear. Amatras had no choice but to relent and allow night to continue as it did. The dragons became nightlights for humans, and humans began to worship them. With worship, we grow in strength. They too grew stronger, and as dragons, their innate ambition and intelligence grew ever more powerful. They began to control and influence more and more.
seeing that they were the true guides of Solaris, the true champions of the people, the real guardians of the night. They sought what once was ours for themselves. They grew in power, extended their control. More and more prayed to them, more and more followed them, against their will or not, and they became the new rulers of Solaris and beyond. They grew so powerful they led a rebellion against us gods with their newfound armies. This could not happen, and as such that they were my scions, it was tasked to me to punish them and to bring balance back to Solaris. I originally refused June, for what father could kill their own children? I sought another way, a way to return them back to how they once were, a redemption. But try as I might, I could only see their maddening power of ambition and their desire of rulership in their eyes. There was no going back. I drew my bow, and I shot each and every one of them down from the sky. But light could not fade from the night, as we had found earlier, lest the humans grow to fear it once more. So I placed their remnants into the sky to create the moon as we know it now. But try as I might, I could not wipe them all out. I left one alive. For what harm could a single infantile dragon do? June. It turns out that was a mistake. The dragon's name is Hanazot, Heart of the Moon. You know him as Eleno.
So, Zaytno is your son?
In the way that a scion of an entity such as myself could be. It's a bit complicated to explain or to compare to your mortal familial systems.
No.
But as a being of the night, I was its originator, yes.
And you want... And we have to kill your son.
The future Zaytano wishes to bring, I will show you. And you see the world changes a bit. And you see a vision. You see a world where Zaytano wins. His plans work. And he has become the ruler of Solaris. And you see a world where his power is absolute and uncontested. It's a world of like super like cyberpunk-esque, where like it's super late stage capitalism.
Okay.
It's basically people are just you see people being cogs in the machine of the world, where he becomes like a god of wealth and economy and of like this industrial system, a world without gods or miracles. And you see it was done in the way much like Isaac's father Harkon did, through trade and commerce. You see a world where there's a distinct lack of humanity. It's incredibly neutral in the sense that he still rules in a way to continue prosperity and to ensure that the world prospers and to ensure that Solaris thrives and becomes more. It's like it's a rulership for certain. And it's not in the same sense of like chaosness like you've seen with like Demise's creatures and entities. And it's not like the same like level of law like you've seen like with divine stuff. It's entirely neutral, bringing about that like sense of human greed and like efficiency and progress and that ambition more than any other thing. Like it's a world ruled by like intelligence, ambition, and well, wealth. And you see that it's not like the world is being destroyed necessarily, but it is a different world than one that you've been used to, and one that the gods are not a part of. And he kind of like reverts that vision back away, and he looks to you and he just says, "Yes, June. I am asking you to finish what I could not, for the sake of Solaris."
Taro, I don't know if you've heard these words before, but I forgive you for what you've done. And your son has done a lot of terrible things, especially to my friends and everything. I will do what I need to do to make sure the world's safe, especially from him. But I feel like you still care about your son a little bit. I mean, you don't call him your son, but it did take you, from what you've told me, you let him live because you didn't think he could do any harm. And if you didn't care, you wouldn't have let him go. And as much as I hate who he's become, do you really absolutely hate your son right now? Or do you think this is just the right thing to do for the world?
You see with the 23 insight, what you said earlier about like even you can be redeemed, and what do you say like you forgive him? You see there's a weird moment of just somber, solemn imagery coming up from him in this moment. He definitely has never heard those words before, because what God needs to be forgiven or redeemed? They're a God. But in this moment, you see there's that sense, like that fading away of godliness, and that more of that like, oh, these guys are progenitors, like the progenitors of Solaris. Of course, they're going to be like humans in some way, shape, or form. And I think like you see him say, or rather, you kind of like see this vibe, and I think something clicks. There's like in hearing the story, in him leaving one of his scions go, there and his just adverseness to like redemption. He failed redeeming. He doesn't see that as a possibility anymore. That's why he doesn't consider it or like seek it out. He doesn't believe that redemption is justice because it failed. You are the outlier. You have been doing your best to bring redemption to people that don't deserve it, according to him. And in this moment, as you ask, you're basically the perfect foil for Hitaro in this moment. And as you ask, do you hate your son? He says, "No, June. I hate who he's become, and I hate that it is my fault. But I do not hate him."
Maybe we're a lot more alike than I thought.
Perhaps, June. Perhaps.
Well, like I said, Hitaro, as your champion, I kind of like hold the Lunarando. I know you don't hate your son, and I know he may be evil, but redemption is always an option. You may have failed at it, but that doesn't mean you give up. And maybe that's why I'm here now. You may not believe in it anymore, but You know I fucking do. So
Hitaro gets close to you, puts out like these two dark hands from underneath the cloak, clasps you on the shoulders, looks you in the eyes. He like kneels down to like look you in the eyes directly at your level. And he says, "See, June, this is why you are my chosen. The other gods may not always believe this. In fact, I did not believe it. But because of you and because of your father, and because of the humans that you hold in your collective group, gods do not grow, June. We do not change. But you may be the cause for us to change, for me to change. You are not like me, June, and for that reason, I am grateful. You are my chosen. And you are my chosen only if you wish it to be. The choice is yours. But know this. I will support you in whatever you do. My magic will not fade from your grasp, regardless of what happens.
you act like I was gonna run, but we have our moments. But I'll stick by you, Hataro. You've never actually steered me wrong, no matter how many times I've said you have.
If I didn't know any better, June, I would say, it seems I do have yet another failing. I cannot come with a witty one-liner such as yourself and your friends.
Oh, is somebody stuttering over there? Somebody mixing up their words?
Yes, June. Yes.
Aw,
Yet another
you do
thing that you're better at than me. Or that you're capable of that I cannot.
I can't wait for more of these talks, Hataro. Now I'll be looking forward to communing with you.
Remember, we can only speak like this while you're at this temple.
I know. But you can always hear me.
This is true. I'm always listening. Is there anything else you would wish to ask of me, June, while we have this moment? And remember,
No.
there may be some
Oh,
time.
sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, right away.
No. Finish your thing.
I merely wish to remind you that there will be a chance that I will not be able to speak to you for some time. Just a chance, mind you. I might be able to pull some old agreements that we gods have done and figure out a way to remain in contact for as long as I can. When the gods break the rules, all hell breaks loose.
Right. Well, I don't think we need to talk about anything right now. And don't go breaking the rules right now for speaking with me as much as I know you want to. But let's just enjoy this moment. I feel like this is just a good time. And I just lay there still staring up. Why don't you try lying down again? And then I'll just spend the however much time I have left just doing that. Laughing and joking with him. Yeah.
You and Hitaro lie in the grass looking up to the night sky, feeling this insane sense of peace. And as time continues on, I think, June, you eventually start feeling a little bit tired with just like this peaceful night sky. And at some point, as you blink, Hitaro, in your head, you just hear, "I will be with you when you need me." And you see this world fades away, and you're back to the top of the temple again, lying down. It's a beautiful night sky. The moon shining ever so brightly in the night sky, enlarged because of the temple of Hitaro. You have fully connected with Hitaro, your god, in this moment. I gotta devise a specific feat because that was brilliant, but you do gain some kind of like true chosen of Hitaro, something like that. So I'll give that to you for next time. But you do feel stronger in this moment. More, there's a sense of like prevailing peace that follows you around.
Yeah, I guess I'll reconvene with the group, whatever they were doing, after I wake up or after I notice that I'm no longer with Hitaro.
You leave the ritual up top. You see, though, as you'll start like trying to reconvene with the group, Balsa stops you and says, "How did it go, young June?"
It went way better than I expected.
I'm very happy to hear that. The temple is here for when you need us. May I ask, what mission did Hitaro have for you? If you can say, I would seek not to pry.
It wasn't a mission. And I just kind of walk out after saying that.
You see that she just gives like a well, okay, kind of smile, and returns back to her duty. This is your temple at this point. You have free reign of the place, and you see that all the moonsetters are set to like help you out if you need it.
Okay, cool. Heck yeah, new temple.
Me temple. But you reconvene with the party. They're playing Leshy and Strident in the living room. Last I checked.
Oh, who's winning?
I know I shouldn't have given Gain my good deck. Okay. No, yeah. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Oh, is Gain winning? Wow, Gain's so good at this game. Isaac, I thought you were the guy that played this.
Yeah, no, Gain's a natural at this game. I can't help it.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah, Gain, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. How'd it go in the temple, Big Shot?
I think Hitaro and I are much, much closer.
You guys are getting along?
Yeah, we're getting along splendidly.
That's good. Dude, anything interesting happen?
We laid down and looked at the sky together. We talked about a lot of things and no, I think I'll keep that between us. And then I'll just say, other than that, nothing.
Nice. That sounds great then. Glad you had a good time.
Yeah, can't wait to talk to him again.
Are you
Anyways,
dating?
no, whoa. Pause. No. Why would you? What? Date a god? That's weird. You're weird. Don't say that. It's weird. What? What? Stop it.
Yeah, whatever, cousin. Alright, so we should go to Rampant Oasis now, right?
Yeah.
wanted to go see
Forgot
that
that
kid
he was
earlier?
being weird.
What was that game?
He almost forgot that he was being weird, but he remembered at the last second.
Yeah. Yep.
No, no, I just thought she was all blushy, crushy, when she came back, so I don't know. It just seemed like she had a good time. Okay. Alright.
Weird, Isaac. Don't be weird. Stop it.
Sorry, alright. So are we leaving?
Sure, if you guys are ready.
Sure, yeah. I've had enough of getting beat.
All right, Rampant Oasis. Here
You
we
guys
come.
start trying to find Ruri. Let's take a break there. How about like 5-10ish minutes? Seems like our
Sure, sounds good.
Okay. All right. See you guys in a bit then.
Nice.
Yeah. You can go still. Okay. Cute. I got you.
I won't get away.
Yo, get moon dragoned, nerd. Get lore bombed.
What was that?
Get moon dragoned. Get lore bombed.
No, not the Moondragon lore bomb.
I've been holding on to that since the beginning of the campaign.
Don't worry, we're gonna redeem him somehow.
Great. Fucking love that.
How hard is it to date a god in your world?
June moved from dragon to god real quick.
June. June moves fast.
moves fast indeed.
No, it's just funny.
Just kidding. Are you sure?
Oh, no, I mean, you can tell me how, you know?
I think the logistics of it are so messy. Like Val is dating a fairy, right? Like a fae.
Right.
And that's already
Yeah.
like that already has had its own problems with it.
Right.
And that's just a fae. It's like dating a god is basically like, hi, I'm 1% of this god's life. It's gonna be like a Percy Jackson situation, you know?
Got it. Don't worry, I'm not gonna date a god.
Unless.
No. Probably not.
Very fair. But yeah, now you know Zeta is the last moon dragon.
Yeah. Causing all this chaos. Because he wants a world of capitalism. I get it.
It's a world of capitalism, dude.
This guy's the capitalistic monster. We all know.
Dude, he Mr. Moneybags.
He was capitalist from the start. I knew it.
He is ambition.
I like how the world that like Kataro said like this is the bad world. It's just like
It's just late stage capitalism.
yeah.
Because for Hitaro, a world like that has no justice in it. Justice goes with power. So
Right.
he hates it for sure.
Yeah. It's just funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like oh okay.
Capitalism is bad, June.
My son wants to make money. No. Okay, the money is the root of all evil, I guess. It's true.
It's true. It's that cyberpunk world where there's just these massive fucking corporations that are basically in charge of everything. And it's just they know.
Yeah. It's just him.
Very nicely played, Sam. Good lines. Good lines.
It was very fun.
They're like, I forgive you. Like I think you're deserving of redemption. I got hit with like, oh fuck, that hit me hard, bro. Oh shit, what a beautiful moment.
You know. June knows what to say. June got it on lock.
Greg leaving the Riz behind, giving it to you.
Yeah, I've learned from Greg. Greg has taught me well.
I love how chaotic. There's still the energy of chaos in this party, even with Greg gone. Someone's gonna carry on, I guess. With no straight man though. Because Val is also gone.
Very true.
I'm eating these Doritos right now. Pretty good.
Doritos?
Yeah, we had a party recently. And some of these Doritos got left behind, so I'm just finishing them off like the good, not food waster I am.
Make sure you don't rub them on the skin of a mouse or rat.
Okay.
What? What? Hello. Hello.
God, it's like you guys don't follow the news.
Yeah, so I don't rub. I don't tend to do that. I don't think.
I was going to, but I guess now I can't anymore.
Yeah, I can't believe you ruined my hopes and dreams like that.
Look, even Fox News is covering it.
Oh,
Here.
of course, Fox News.
Dorito. Okay, I gotta search up now. Dorito on rat.
Dorito on rat. Of course, we must look it up. Dorito on rat.
Dye in Doritos used an experiment that, like a magic trick, created see-through mice. What?
What?
That's right.
Wait.
Food dye found in Doritos makes the skin of mice see-through.
Hello?
That's right.
Police?
Excuse me? We're eating this? I'm eating this right now?
You sound
Yeah,
like you
all
don't
them-
want to eat me right now. You okay?
All the mice in your tummy are gonna be transparent.
Not my tummy mice.
Get
What
tummy
is
mice,
the mouse?
nerd. Get tummy mice.
That's nasty.
Mouse. No,
Oh.
it's epic.
Greg reacted to it.
Simply just don't get tummy mice and you'll be okay.
He said, "Okay, hand."
You guys just wouldn't
Why is
understand.
Isaac Dashery in Krita?
Your Krita.
What is Krita?
It's like a photo editing software. I'm not in it right now though, so
Why does it say that you're in it right now?
It doesn't say it on my side.
He's cooking. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Let's play putt party while we play D&D.
Yeah.
Let's play putt party.
Calm down. Get ready
That's
for-
wild. All right, let's go.
Alright, Josh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you just
Oh,
come back
we-
from the airport, Josh?
Not too long ago. So I went to the airport and I ran an errand, and then I got a bagel, and then I'm home.
You actually went and got a bagel?
I didn't have anything to eat today except the crackers in the plane. So
Yeah, let the guy eat. Come on.
We didn't feed you before you left? That's so embarrassing for us.
did Jared tell you what happened at the airport? Like I got to the
heard
airport
it.
like 10 minutes before they closed the gates.
Oh shit.
yeah,
They were calling my name when I got through TSA.
Uh-oh.
They're like, Josh Roditis, you need to be on this freaking plane now. We're gonna leave without you.
Wow.
Amazing.
Don't they know that you have, like, lounge access and
I know.
pre-check?
Oh, there we go. This is how I do it.
That's why they call him, you know? If he didn't have all that, they wouldn't care. They'd just be like, oh, let's just leave without him.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a guy who dresses poor. Screw him.
You got it, Josh. Go, go, go.
Hold on, I'm figuring it out. I'm
One
figuring it
more.
out. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I gotta play now too. Hold on.
We're all in here? Okay.
Alright, here we go. So yeah,
I'm
you guys
all
go
in.
find the lady Rita, I guess.
I kill her with primordial spark.
Alright, cool. She's dead. You guys can't do anything with the rampant oasis anymore. The guards come.
Cool.
I kill them all with primordial spark.
Okay, cool. You guys are banned.
The kid from before shows up.
I'm not with Isaac.
Zeta,
Jesus.
Zeta No says, "What the fuck, June?"
What do you mean? What do you mean me? Hello? That wasn't me.
Yeah, June made me do it. She
What
told
do
me
you
to do it.
Hey, hey, relax.
She
didn't
sent me a
make
piece of paper, and he thought it was simple.
Oh, here you go.
Oh my
And she
god.
told me to kill everyone you see on site. He's not part of the
I
bad
did not
benefits.
say that.
Okay,
It would be funny to have like a murder hobo session, like where we like diverge the timeline and we're like it's a one-off, where we pick up exactly where we left off, but we're like it's in the middle somewhere. And we're like, all right, murder hobo type.
Murder over time. Let's not do that.
That's been the plan
I don't know.
all
It feels like
along.
Eric doesn't like this murder hobo idea.
Do it.
I got just stat
Yes,
blocks
that's
for
better.
everybody. If that happens.
He doesn't understand the artistry in murder hoboing.
What does this even do? I didn't use the ability. Damn.
I'm gonna make you all
Are you?
sticky now.
Sticky.
No, don't make me
Everybody's
sticky.
sticky.
What the
No.
heck?
You're
Oh.
sticky now.
Bro, it's gross.
Ah, you suck.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow. We
Oh.
just-
Oh,
Oh, this is challenging, eh?
oh,
really
oops.
thinking man's game.
Got it. Oh, thank God I was.
No
sticky.
women allowed.
What? I
You're welcome. You're
didn't
sick.
even let me fall. It just said, okay, whatever.
What? Ow.
All right. This is a really entertaining game.
Yeah, it
Are you
is.
kidding me? All right, let's go back to D&D. This game sucks.
All right. Go. Dungeons and Dragons. I gotta leave this one, fortunately.
No.
Because the audio's getting picked up, but you guys and try to go start going around like in the living areas and just around, and you see as you turn the corner, you see Rory. She says, "Well, y'all found me. Ready to go."
We were totally looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're ready. We're ready, I guess. Okay.
Follow me.
Yeah.
You see she leads you guys down where the food storage area is in the temple. And through the food storage area on one of the walls, she taps something and says something under her breath. And you watch as the wall begins to open up, and a staircase downward continues, and she says, "Right this way. Make sure to close the door when you enter." And as she does that, she disappears down the stairs. Do you guys follow?
Sure.
Hmm.
June will just kind of shrug
Sure.
and
Yeah.
guys, I think it's fine. This is just really weird. Just a weird place.
Eventually, you guys leave what was the temple, and you find these underground corridors. They're made of sand and dirt and stone, and they kind of lead more and more until eventually, as you're kind of going through this area, a little bit of light approaches at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. And you find yourselves in this open area, a little bit of light trickling down, candles lit everywhere, a little bit of tables and stuff like that. It reminds you a little bit of how, actually, would this remind you of anything? Have you encountered anything like this before? I don't think so. It's like an underground mansion here. I think June, you notice there is an odd similarity to the Syndicate headquarters as well. It's like this dreary underground mansion place. And as you do, you see there's a lot of people. There ends up being a lot of people in here. There's a lot of leather garb, halflings, tabaxi, half-orcs, just a lot of folk and individuals that seem to be drinking, playing cards at tables, making merry in here. Does this work?
Yeah, this is giving me similar vibes. Okay.
Yeah, and you see, she says, "Officially, welcome to the Rampant Oasis. My name is Rory. I run this place, so to speak. I have heard about you from your friend Abel. Additionally, I've heard about you from one of our own, the Tabaxi Magnus. Apparently you stole from the boys. It's quite an impressive feat to be indeed. honestly, I'm impressed. From what I hear, there's an invasion going to be happening from the Syndicate. They're going to finally be making a move on our home turf. There is, in fact, something bad that will be happening in a few days that will cause some problems for us. We will lose influence, possibly with no way of regaining it. This is our headquarters. Pretty much, though, it's our safe place. Any sort of plans, heists, schemes, whatever, what have you, is done here. We keep a record of any merchants or ill-begotten goods or just not nice folk we keep track of. And we make sure that we redistribute their wealth for those less fortunate in the city. And you see as you guys kind of like move through, she says, Abel, your friends are here.
Abel.
And you guys see, like coming from the shadow of it, a little bit like a little dirt, like he was just doing something. He says, June, and you do see Abel, full, like he seems to have like almost lither, like he's lost some fat, but gained like a bit more muscle.
Oh, wow, look at you.
He definitely seems like lithe, and he just has like these but he seems to have like more wrinkles than he used to. And as he comes over to you, says June, and he like hugs you. He says, "Oh, it's so good to see you, June. It's been some time."
Right.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad you
what
guys finally made it. I'm surprised you didn't need me to make contact. I was supposed to be the liaison, but I guess you already found it.
That's okay. You did good.
Yeah, so Abel here told me about Mr. Zadano and the Syndicate poking their heads where it doesn't belong. That doesn't do too well with our own philosophy, if I'm going to be honest. He definitely seems like someone that needs to know their place, as well as the Syndicate, of course. We can't have them encroaching where they don't belong. So, from what I've heard of you, we would be lucky to have you on our side here. There is a problem coming up, and the more people we have that are actually capable, the better it is. Most of the schmucks in here, they're part of the guild for the most part. We do our tithes and our dues, and they help redistribute the wealth from the merchants that get a little too greedy to those that definitely need it. Most of the bronzers in the city, which is the term for like the common populace, they don't do too great because most of the power in the city belongs to the Merchants Guild. And honestly, that of quality. But that's why we exist. We're here to help even the odds and ensure that any merchants that want to try their luck and try to abuse their power and their position just because they can, get their comeuppance.
Okay. And that involves pickpocketing and stealing?
For the most part. Yeah. We do a little business ourselves
Weird
here
thing.
and there.
Sure.
But,
Consider that business.
yeah.
Anyways, cool. Yeah, there is an invasion coming up, and it would be in your best interest probably to, I mean, I guess you already know.
Yes. She grabs some chips and starts eating them. So, you see Rory says, we've done a bit of investigative work ourselves to see exactly what's going to be happening. Abel, were you able to figure out anything more? You see that Abel says, yes. I'm glad you're all here. Are you all set to hear what's going on? Do you need some time to get situated, or are you ready to hear what the issue is?
Oh, we're jumping into it. I mean, I'm okay. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Sure.
All right, Abel, go ahead. You see, Abel says, Gustav Boyaz will be in town on the blessing of the Harvest Festival. Word is they're going to be working a deal with the head of the Merchants Guild, not the Beloved, about creating a deal with the Boyaz house to ship goods and food to Port Alexia instead of Moscow, and then to Handria instead. Not being... Oh, rather, I think Abel stops there, and you see that Rory says, yeah, no, that's pretty bad, actually. That's very, very bad. If that deal goes through, that could prove very problematic for us. You guys aren't from town, so let me explain. Not the Beloved, head of the Merchants Guild, and happens to be the grand distributor of the city. Any sort of goods and services that come in, they sort of make sure that it gets to where it needs to go, as well as any things that comes out of the city goes through them. What this means is they're kind of like the head merchant. The Jaifon house, though they're kind of part of the Merchants Guild. They don't do a lot of trade, at least not as much as they used to, not since the corruption and the corruption of the gem mine. A while ago, the Volcana sort of took the place of the Jaifon household, and ever since then, the Jaifon have never been able to recover. They've kind of switched their tactics to governance of the city instead. If the city does well, they do well. And thus they are making sure that the city is as best as it possibly could be. We sometimes are at odds with our priorities, sure, but I understand what they're trying to do. Now, that means that the Merchants Guild is kind of held together by all the merchants of the city, sort of like a conglomerate, a collective, not being the head of the collective. The only reason they don't abuse their power more is because we are here to keep them in check should they try to do so. That is what's known in the city. That's what everyone knows. If you want to make it big in here, you do it well and you do it right. Otherwise, we come in and we ensure that you do it right. So, what this means, if Not makes a deal with the Boyars of Port Alexia, that means that trade will be independent of the city. Merchants will be able to export and import at their leisure, and we would have no way of ensuring that they're doing business cleanly, since a lot of the business won't have to do anything with the city, which would be bad because the Jaifon house would lose influence, which means the city would lose influence, which means that we would lose influence. So kind of, if we try to punish Not, or we try to be a threat to Not, they would take their business elsewhere, leaving the city to suffer and us to suffer. If we let them be, then the merchants know that we're not a threat anymore, and they can do what they want. So this deal is bad. It's just bad for us. So,
Okay.
this deal cannot happen. I think I understand the plan now. It sounds like the syndicate is hoping this deal goes through, so we get weakened, and then they come and finish the job and reestablish themselves. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. So, we need your help on this. That deal cannot go through.
Right. And we're going to stop that deal from happening?
Right. It's going to happen on the Blessing the Harvest Festival. So,
okay.
what I need from you guys, and we'll do our best here as well, we got to plan and plot a bit, I think. But Not's going to know, is going to be ever more vigilant because of us. You don't have any affiliation with us, so you might have a better chance of doing this. That deal has to stop some way or somehow.
Hmm.
The boys will have some kind of agreement or some paperwork. That paperwork is gone, they won't be able to do it. They won't be able to finalize the deal or get things going. And then we can find a way to... It would help us buy time until we can figure out a way to ensure that it just doesn't happen at all. Another
Okay.
way, or... I don't know how you guys do it. That's one way you could do it. As long as the deal doesn't happen, I kind of don't care how it goes down, if I'm going to be honest.
Right.
We're going to need to get some more information about when, where, how, why, all the tidbits, so we can help you guys out as best as possible, as well as, I don't want to sit around here being a bag of rocks. I'd rather go out and do some stuff too.
Hmm.
So we got a week to figure that one out. But does that make sense? Can we count on your help for this?
Seems fairly dangerous to get tied up in all of this.
It is also the same day of the band and of the whole contract stuff.
Right. So it's that same day, and
Could be the same
wants to
time.
stop. Yeah. Well, and what do we need to do with the band again? We need to save.
You guys need while they're here to be able to discuss the contracts of.
To discuss the contracts. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's important that we do that because I don't know when the next time is that we'll interact with them. So we need to. I don't want to divide, and I don't know how dangerous this will be.
As a DM, you can divide. I was like, that's an okay thing to do if that's what you want to do. Divide and conquer.
We can or we can't.
You can.
You can. Okay. Cool.
Yes. This blessing of the harvest will have some things, and I think anyone that would like to make an insight check as well.
I'm rolling insight. Let's go. Insight.
Hey.
Hit that
Yeah.
insight. 28.
Holy
Let's see.
crap. I'm not going to attempt it. You're crazy.
17.
I think Isaac, as you're thinking about this, something. Oh, actually, June, go ahead and make a insight check with advantage because you were part of the syndicate. You kind of know how they work a bit more.
26.
26. Sick. So Isaac, I guess all of you, you start to gather like the way this plan is structured. It's very above board, right? Like the syndicate. Theoretically, the syndicate has nothing to do with this. I mean, they could maybe be bodyguards. They could maybe be like some obstacles to ensure this deal goes down very well. But it's the similar sense of they're still going to be active in the city, and they're still an assassin group, basically devised to taking down the Thieves Guild here. So I think part of you thinks that there's a chance they may be targeting Rory and like the other like head members of the Thieves Guild as like another part of the plan happening at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Like, does that make sense? So there's actually multiple things on this day that may be a problem going down.
Right. I mean, do I know anything of this plan, or was this plan made before or after I left?
I think you know a little bit of it. The idea was, in fact, like we need to get the Rampant Oasis. They basically learned their mistakes of like instead of a full-scale invasion like it was in Norca, they're doing this more stealthily. They're not bringing an entire force; they're bringing an elite force. Like
Right.
Tiza. And Tiza's incredibly good at like the assassin kind of.
Oh, Tiza's gonna be okay. So
Yes.
Tiza might be there. Okay.
Tiza might be.
Oh.
So this is going to
Uh-oh.
be. So you
makes
get the
sense.
sense like they're either going to be guardians for this deal, but why would they? They don't have to be the guardians for it. That's very above board.
Right.
It would make more sense if they were like targeting Rory and like figuring out a way to get in here and like take people out while the deal goes down. So that way, the head of the Thieves Guild is gone. The deal goes through. That like loss of power is accentuated, and they're able to essentially assert their control without much issue. So they're doing
Okay,
this
I see.
tactfully.
Okay, and this is the whole plan here is to take out this guild, right?
Take
Like
out
for the
this
syndicate.
guild, yes.
Okay. Do you think?
And take the take Bomadi's relic, which is apparently you guys are aware is within this Thieves Guild somewhere.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Can Can
So we
I?
should ask them for the relic in
No,
exchange for
yeah,
doing
yeah.
the
I think we
job.
should ask where the relic is. I think that would be important. Just like, okay, before we continue, we know that the Syndicate are also looking for a relic. Do you actually have this relic?
You talking about Bamadi's scales?
Yes.
We do. We do have it. You say they're looking for it?
Yes.
We'll have to make sure they don't get it.
Well, I have a weird plan in my head, and I kind of like. Let me discuss it with my team first before I tell you. I guess. I mean, I guess I could just tell everybody. No, I'm going to discuss it with my team first. Can you come around and close your ears?
Abel looks at you expectantly, like, is Abel part of this?
Abel can be part of this, but I tell him not to react when he listens.
Okay, Abel listens in, but does not react.
Okay, and okay, guys. So the idea here is I have connections with the Syndicate, right? Okay, so
June.
and don't react. Don't react. So what if I communicate with them saying that there's no need to waste resources here because with the bad benefits, I already have possession of these scales, and we're inside of like I can like be another like I can be another inside of this guild and take them down from the inside, which I'm not going to do obviously, but I think this would be a good way to show my my loyalty to the Syndicate. Like not really, but you know, they'll be like, oh my god, June's already there, we don't have to come anymore. She already got the scales and she's in the guild and she's doing her June July thing. I don't know. This could be a good way to prove that I'm still really, really like loyal to the Syndicate and everything. And I haven't contacted them for a while, so that would be a big surprise.
Yeah, cousin. I think that's a good idea. But the only thing is, I think you should still do it, sure, because if they think you have the skills, then that'll at least get like a target off the guild's back for a while. But I think they'll still come to Handria regardless, because I think the Syndicate's more interested in like the trade presence. Like Zedno's trying to kind of like build an empire down here, so
that's
I think that it might not solve everything, but yeah, I think that would still definitely get you some favor. Yeah, and get them some heat off the guild. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, Isaac, that makes sense.
Don't you worry that it might draw too much attention to you though? I mean, you're literally working like against them from the inside. So to tell them that you're doing the same thing to a different guild, doesn't that seem a bit too?
You're right. That may be a bit too obvious. But the scales would make sense because I told them that I would keep an eye out for relics.
Also, before we agree to help, why don't we help in exchange that they hand the scales over to us once we finish the deal? We're basically ensuring that that their guild stays alive anyway, so we're going to use the scales to fight the Syndicate. So yeah, why don't we pitch that to them?
Right, and I probably need some... I don't know, something with trade probably?
Oh, we're trading our help. You know, like if they don't have us, then Syndicate's going to take them over.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think it would be a good idea. I turn back to her and be like, I think it'd be a good idea in exchange for our help is you provide us with the scales, not because we want them, but it would help with the plan to stop the Syndicate. But also we want them.
Yeah,
I assure you, sir, it's imperative that we receive the scales in order to stop the Syndicate.
Right, we need the scales to prevent to take a target off of you guys and to defeat the Syndicate.
Right. What my friend here is saying is she's telling you that we need the skills in order to help you fight against the Syndicate. Because once we move on from Handria, we're going to continue fighting off the Syndicate's presence, and that's good for you guys as well. So, you know, we'll help you now, but this will also be helping you in the future if you promise that in exchange. That seems fair enough for preventing your guild from getting wiped out, right?
Drinks a glass of charisma water. Alright. June.
Bamadi is a god of.
Roll what?
Bamadi is a god of commerce, right?
Trickery.
Well, where I come from,
Hitara
there's
is the god of
another.
commerce.
Right. Well, there's a god of taxes and taxation where I come from.
Oh, wait,
His name is
okay.
Phantom,
Ah, the IRS.
and Phantom is his name
Do I also roll
actually.
persuasion?
And well, it's only natural that we ask for a Phantom tax in return.
Oh
for our
my
service.
god.
The Phantom tax. Yes, the Phantom tax is
Oh, yeah.
what we indulge in.
Phantom tax, of course.
We get a relic in a friendly way.
Incredible. You guys
Didn't
roll.
expect any.
June, you may roll a persuasion check as well. I'm gonna take the average of each
really?
of these two.
Oh, the average. Okay.
Oh, we're all
Your
persuaded.
advantage, or-
Just June and Isaac.
Okay,
Okay.
well, that was really bad, but Isaac rolled really, really high, so
Let's see,
You see
15,
that
32.
Rory really thinks for a moment, and then she says, "So they're gonna hound us until they get this relic. Do I have that right?"
they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, they're going to come after you. Like, no matter what, they will take the relic from. Well, they're going to keep trying to come after you till you're dead, basically.
They're
So
gonna
it's
send
either
the
going to be.
demon dog man, and he's going to kill you.
A big dog man is going to kill me.
No, a demon.
Well, it's-
demon.
Demon dog
Yeah.
man is going to kill
It's
me.
a champion of the Ancient of Demise that will come after you continually until you finally give them the relic or die. So yeah, pretty much a dog man.
And if he doesn't kill you, my Felix and Boris will kill you.
So it's really going to be pretty troublesome. We're already kind of on the look for these, and we're willing to take the heat because we're pretty opposed to the syndicate, above the table already. You kind of see what we're saying here?
So you want me to hand over my guild symbol of authority because a demon dog man is gonna come kill me and everybody in this
Isaac,
place, and if they
Isaac.
don't do it, then
Isaac.
also
I got this,
two
man.
people called Boris
No, wait,
and
Isaac, let me
Demon
say
are gonna kill me.
I got this.
No, let me say something for Isaac. Let me say.
Okay. You go
Okay, let me
first.
go first, and then you say your thing.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to find out, you can. This is just our friendly offer. It's not to try to scare you. I mean, why would we
Yeah,
even
we're-
threaten you with some silly demon dog man? It sounds stupid if we haven't seen it
We're not
ourselves.
trying. We're not trying to take it from you. You want to protect it and to store it somewhere safe for your guild. And the safest place for it to be right now is with us.
Alternatively, if you don't want to hand over your symbol of authority to people you've just met, I get it. But in exchange for helping you guys here, this is a pretty big ask, right? Like, we have a lot going on, and this is not very simple. No one else from your guild can do it, and we're the only ones who can. In the future, since we're both opposed to the syndicate, we'd like you to promise your help to aid us in a larger battle against them later on. How does that sound? That way you keep the relic, but in our future time of need, just like we've come to your aid, you'll come to our aid as well.
That's smart.
And we would be able to wipe out the syndicate at that time.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yep.
See, here's the thing. I have very little idea of what you're saying. I'm not too ashamed to admit that. However, you don't seem like the kind of folk that could come up with that just on the fly. I've heard a lot of bullshitters in my life. You don't seem like you're bullshitting me. So I'll take that into account. So the relics and my help. The relic and our help in taking down the syndicate.
Yeah, we don't need to have it on our hands. Just, we have a battle with the syndicate coming up. A year from now, actually, the same day. Also on the Blessing of the Harvest next year. We'll need your help in a battle then. One blessing's help to another blessing's help.
Syndicate likes to do things on that day specifically.
I see. Okay.
I feel like that's fair. I don't want to come off too strong, but we really appreciate it, You guys seem like you have a really tight-knit group here, and we really would appreciate your help. Just like we might can help you down here in Handria while we're here.
I normally would never consider this. However, from what I have learned recently, we are in a bit of a tough situation. So how about this? I will agree to your terms, but I will slightly alter them. I will help you. We will help you when you need us, because that is within our alignment, of course. The Scales have been in this guild ever since its conception. The guild has gone down in Qualt history ever since that merchant in the stories came to be. The kid that was the kid that was basically mistreated by the big merchant in the story went on to be the first head of the Thieves Guild. So our history comes from Bimani's blessing. However, that being said, if they're coming to kill us, we do need your help. Normally I would not be scared, but the Syndicate have changed recently. They are much more aggressive than they've ever been before. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if my men can keep up. And we're not fighters necessarily, we're thieves. We try to avoid fighting as much as we can. What kept us safe before was our size and the fact that they'd be stupid to mess with us in that sort of sense. The retaliation would be dreadful for them. But with this deal going on, and with other things going on, based on what you're saying, very well. If they're going to keep coming for us, that would be bad for business. At the end, once this deal is confirmed not going through, we will give you the Scales. Scouts on. And you will have our help in a year's time. Again, we're not fighters, but we are thieves. Something about that might be useful in a fight against the Syndicate in some way, somehow. Alright.
Yeah.
Consider it done. She takes out her hand and brings it over to you guys. With a shake on it.
Okay.
Go ahead and shake, Isaac.
Alright, me first thing, cuz. That sounds good to us.
She shakes your hand and says, "Very well. Then you will have our help. Then you will be here helping us this coming week during the Blessing of the Harvest. It is crucial that you do so. So, we have multiple targets. We have that target to worry about, and I think you guys realize like she's still going to be a target, and like the Scales are still going to be a target on that day. So you have the deal going on, and then Pala's performance. I think you guys are realizing at this point that you probably won't be able to do everything, but you do have multiple people in your party, so you could split up the task. The issue being that you're making your best judgment call on sending who, where, and how many people.
Right.
So you're basically if you're splitting up that way, you're risking failing each and everything. Versus if you wanted to do all in one thing, you guarantee success in that. Right. So
Right.
something to consider. But I think you guys are starting to realize that. But you do notice that like through just your reputation, this was originally going to be like a more like difficult conversation, or like a more like you gotta prove yourself. But you guys have made a name for yourself. Bad Benefits is known, and because you were successfully stole from the Boyas already, they have your respect. Like they respect you to the degree that thieves can respect a bunch of adventurers, anyways. But you see, she says, "So we'll work on our end to get you all the details you need. We're still a week away, so you don't have to stay here. enjoy the city, I guess. However, there's plenty of stuff that still needs to be done in the city while you're here, while we still figure this stuff out. If you're looking for a bit of quick cash, we got some things that we can need taken care of. But there's also the bounty boards and the Stalwart Wild, if that's your thing. Either way, this was a good deal. I think, anyways. Alright, man. And she looks up to everybody and says, these guys are on our side. No messing with them while they're in town. Capiche? And they all, like, a nod. And you guys are free from continuing, like, theft and, like, just stuff that could be done to you from the Thieves Guild. You have immunity from them at this point, as you're considered allies. But she says, that is everything I needed from you. Whenever you're ready, you may leave through the same place you went through before. If you're looking for a place to stay, there's the Desert Rose Tavern. They're pretty good, honestly. Good food.
Okay. Well,
Tavern
thank
Inn,
you.
Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Anyways, so Abel, you've just been hanging around here this whole time?
Yeah, I've been in and around Qualt for the past few months, I guess. While I've just been waiting for you to make it here whenever you could.
Gotcha.
I was originally from this city a long time ago.
Right.
So I kind of knew the streets. This was best left to me. But yeah, I've been working with them for the time being. If you need me in whatever tasks you want to do, I would be able to help you.
Are you okay? Obviously you've changed a lot, but are you okay?
Things haven't changed too much since I was a kid.
Not the place, Abel. You.
Make an insight check.
Sure. It's 18.
He seems tired. He seems very tired. There's no, like, light in his eyes. There's just a look of things gotta get done. We have to stop the bad guys.
I'm gonna hang out with Abel for a bit. I think June will just kind of spend the day reconnecting with Abel. If you guys need me, just let me know.
It's actually reaching nighttime, so I guess you guys would be... It's actually middle of the night at this point, because you commute to Taro.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No worries. I'm still just gonna hang out with Abel for a while. How many days do we have? What day is it exactly right now?
You have a week. Right now, it is the 16th of Nilta, the blessing of the harvest on the 20th. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 days, basically. Actually, 3 days, and then the blessing day, pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay.
Closed.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask Abel if he wants to just stick around with the group.
Yeah. Okay.
For the next couple. Okay.
I'll stick with you guys. Yeah, that sounds fine. Hey, June.
Right. What? What's up?
Life is it's pretty tough, isn't it? Shit keeps happening, doesn't it?
I know what you mean, and you're not wrong. Some days I wish we were still in our small little town, just playing our little games and doing what we always did.
Yeah, me too. It's good to see you, though, June.
Of course, Abel.
Running around with these guys again has been... Never mind. Let's go get some rest. I'm pretty tired myself.
Okay, Abel. We're going to be talking about this tomorrow.
Okay, June. Sure. You guys leave?
Yeah. I mean, what? Anyone else want to do anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
So, I think instead of like, unless you guys want to like do any RP, I'm okay with this kind of just going to the the Desert Rose Inn, if you guys want.
Sure.
And then it'll be kind of like nighttime. I think Abel will just go to like hit the hay immediately. But you guys
Right.
have a chance to discuss what you want to do for the next 3 days here. And we'll do this
okay.
kind of above board. So there are quests on the inn's like tavern like request board, like the same you've seen in other places. There's the Stalwart Wild, which has their own quests, and the Thieves Guild, the Rampant Oasis, actually has their own set of quests. If any of those are pique your interest.
We have some time to kill, so you guys want to go hunt some stuff, or?
Yeah, I think I'd like to do some monster hunting next couple of days. I feel like that would be a good kill of time.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since we did something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's look at
you guys look at the Stalwart Wild board.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll go to Star Wilds.
Okay. On the board, there is a fire beetle swarm. That is 5,000 gold to take care of. There is apparently sightings of an undead battalion outside of the city walls for 5,000 gold. There's a bounty for that.
There's a what?
A bounty
Jesus.
for an undead battalion.
Oh,
There is a bounty for dispelling a rock nest for 8,000 gold. There is a bounty for a group of Efreet slavers for 10,000 gold. And there is a bounty that has been there for some time. It is a bounty, it is a hunt for the great sandworm for 20,000 gold.
oh,
Is this real?
You guys remember signs of a giant sandworm while you were going through the solemn desert and trying to find the Koiko fruit seed.
Okay. Interesting.
Additionally,
Isaac.
there's another bounty. It's sort of like plastered everywhere, but they seem so old. They haven't been like re-upped in a while. There's a quest listing. Kind of falls in Stalwart Wild territory, kind of doesn't. It's for the decorruption of the Jiphon gem mine. The reward for that is the favor of the Jiphon house and a permanent place in Handria, as well as additional reward depending on progress in the decorruption.
decorruption of a gem? You
Of
said
a gem mine.
gem mine.
You heard Ruri talk about that, how the Jiphon house was originally the sort of like head house of Qualt until the gem mine got corrupted and destroyed. Asking around, it's very easy to know that like it's a common story. The gem mine had like some kind of crazy magical disturbance, and now there's just like a crazy magical aura around that they've never been able to get rid of. So the gem mine eventually went obsolete, and the Jiphon were never able to. They kind of like lost their influence because of it. And you see like that, no one has ever, there's been a lot of attempts for this, but no one has ever been able to do it. And then you see a bounty, like a true bounty for like criminals. There's always like a couple of them around, but they're never like worth anything. And then you see there's one that stands out to you. It says a bounty for the corruptor of the gem mine for 100,000 gold. And you see
Oh.
the name
Shit.
and like the visage is Vetrian Honorio.
Oh my god.
What the hell? What's Veteran up to? What the
He
heck?
said he was never going back to Qualt.
Ah, that brat bastard.
He seems
Just for
to
the
hide
reason.
something.
What
Now
does
we
it
can't
say?
do
What
our
it's
boy
for?
dirty. We can't do our boy
For
dirty.
it is the bounty for the corruption of the gem mine. Apparently, Vetrian corrupted the gem mine in such a way to make it so obsolete that they were never able to catch him. So he just has a bounty for 100,000 gold.
He
That's
must have
free
really
dog.
hated him. What the heck? What the heck? Why'd he do that? I guess we'll have to ask
Yeah.
him. You know.
Yeah, we can ask him next time. But there's.
Well, he had the
Let's
fast
just
travel.
pretend we didn't see.
Oh, we do have fast travel. I can just go and ask him. No, it's fine. We don't need to ask him. It's fine.
But
Probably
yeah,
embarrassed or something.
those are the two like quest listings that are like everywhere. There's a bunch of quests still like on the quest board at the tavern and inn, Thieves Guild quests. But yeah, then there's all those monster ones that I mentioned.
Yeah, but what do you guys think about like that corrupted gem mine? Like, Metrian did it, but maybe we can figure it out somehow.
To fix it? Oh, we can ask
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, maybe we can ask him. Like, maybe he just doesn't want to come back because he's scared, but maybe he knows how to fix it.
Right. Or maybe this is part of his, like, maybe he just regrets doing this and he just doesn't know how to fix it.
Yeah, but either way, it would take us like a day to teleport to him and a day to teleport back, right? So that's kind of a waste of
Only one of
time.
us really needs to go and ask him, right? So does anyone want to go do that and just come back? No.
We can always do this later, I guess. Like, I guess no one's probably gonna go decorrupt the mine in the meantime.
I would be surprised if somebody finally did it after we looked at it once. That would be crazy.
I'll look around over the shoulder, see him looking at the quest board. Like,
Smile. X3.
There's no way anyone would actually do it.
yeah.
all
Okay,
the
so
same.
maybe next time we see Veteran, we ask him, and then we can
Right.
come back to this sometime later on. What do you think about the monster quest, though?
Ooh. Well, I'm down for any monster, Isaac. I trust your skill in fighting.
Okay. Isadora, Gain, what do you guys think? Anything sound interesting to you?
I have a couple things on my mind. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, no worries. Anything you wanted to share?
trying to think if there's something else I might want to do while we're here. But in the meantime, I will gladly tag along with whatever.
Yeah, I don't want
bounty you
to
might
drag you
want to
along
take.
on a hunt if you don't want to. What kinds of things were you thinking about?
I'm just wondering if there's anywhere nearby I may want to go with Kranich while we're here. I just don't know if I have the time. Do I remember, like, travel time wise, whether that's something that I could manage right now?
To head over to, let's see. It's like one of
I guess
the-
we have teleportation, so it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter
it's,
if I need
it's
to rush
the,
right now.
It's like your travel time is just to there because you can always just travel back. To reach Yofoso from Handria, I believe it's just.
Are you pointing somewhere on the map?
No, I'm looking. I'm looking right now. I'm currently calculating.
Okay.
So that it's about half the
Cool.
time. It's about half a week, so roughly 2 to 3 days to get there.
Well, that would be all in. We could also teleport in the future, right?
Right. Yeah, we can just
So-
teleport. No big deal.
Maybe I won't focus in on that right this second. That can be kind of a...
Yeah.
We can do it
Yeah.
all in one shot at some point in the future.
Yeah. Gain, how about we go to Yofoso after we've resolved the business with the Rampart Oasis and, I guess Ayana siblings, and go and do that right after that.
I think
Once
that
we
would
finish.
be wise. We'd have more of a clear head at that point.
Yeah, we can
Thank
take
you.
our time. Yeah.
Right. So let's do
There was
some-
also
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking was it in Yofoso there was another relic over there? Like,
Yeah, the temple to Amatras is there.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, then we can focus
Oh,
on
there we
Yefos
go.
after it.
More stuff to do. That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah,
I think let's figure out something to do now then.
I think the Slavers and the Sandworm might be worth doing. I hate
Ooh.
Slavers a lot, so I kind of just want to go after it anyway, even though it pays less. But like,
Right.
Sandworm sounds interesting.
Well, are we really in it for the money? I feel like we're pretty well.
You're right. I kind of want to take the Slavers quest.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's good. I think it's good to get some justice here.
Okay. All right. I'll take that one off. I guess we can get started with this one, and we'll have more time later, so we can figure it out then.
Sounds good.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Hey, I think we're gonna take the Slavers quest here.
Right on, man. Right on. Fuck those guys taking our people back to the fire plane, making them slaves.
The fire plane. They're taking them back to the fire plane?
Yeah, free the genies from the fire plane. They take people here and they bring them back to the city of brass. Some shit like that. You gonna fuck them up?
So the slaves are in a different plane, is what you're saying, right?
The elemental
Yeah, when they
plane
get
of
snatched,
fire?
they get taken over there. You know what I'm saying, bud? Oh, you looking to free the slaves?
I was.
We were just
Yeah,
looking
I was
for you
hoping
to
I.
kill them, but I mean, maybe shit. Yeah, you want to? I can. Hold on, let me see what I can work out. Maybe I can figure out a way to get them to pay you more for every slave you figure out. I'm sure the Jiphon
Wait.
house won't mind.
Oh, did he say kill the slaves? Is that what was
No,
that?
free the
Oh, no.
slaves.
Oh, I thought you said you thought we were gonna kill the slaves. That okay.
No, slavers. Kill the slavers.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was about to say
Yeah.
what. Okay, good. Wow, I almost.
I mean,
never mind.
shit, dog. If you got someone that can do planar teleportation, and you can figure out a way to know exactly where all the slaves are, I mean, shit, we'll pay extra for that. I'm sure the Jiphon house will totally accept that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's great.
Hell yeah, dog. All right, I got you guys set up for killing the Afridi slavers and rescuing all the slaves. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What do I call you guys?
Okay.
We're the bad benefits.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, bad benefits. Yeah, I haven't heard of you guys.
Yeah.
You did the Ice Devil, you did the Kraken. Yeah, I know you guys. What is up?
Right.
Yeah,
dude?
that's us.
Hell yeah.
Nice devil.
Fist bump?
Hell yeah. I'll fist
Fuck
bump
yeah.
them.
Hey, you wanna smoke some sweet out back?
No, I'm good. I'm sober.
Some
Sober
sweet.
these days.
I also got a little bit of star sugar.
I'm personally
alright.
good, but thank you. Yeah.
What are those? Are those? Is that drugs? Are those
They're gonna
drugs?
Open your
Yeah,
third
they're
mind,
drugs,
dude.
Jim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're drugs. Yeah.
I swear, after we're done with the big stuff, I'm coming back here and fixing this place.
This could be
Doing
your
it for my
city.
valuable- and also for the 13-year-old that I terrified earlier.
Yeah. How are we gonna get interplanar? We can figure this out later. Yeah. Oh well. Thanks for registering us with this. Anything else we should know about these guys?
They're from the elemental plane of fire, so fire does not work on them. Straight up does not work. They're also
anything you-
capable of casting incredibly powerful magics. But they need to accumulate power and time to do so. So if you see them casting something, take them down right then and there.
Got it. Take them down quick. Any elemental weaknesses or anything these guys have? What do you got on?
If you're gonna be looking for elemental weaknesses, they don't do well to what is the equivalent of the earth plane. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, they're not gonna do well to force, but they're gonna pretty much resist. They're immune to fire, vulnerable to force, and then they got resistances to mind and lightning.
Got it.
Everything else hits for neutral.
All right. Cool. And how exactly do we find where the slavers are to begin with? Before
Oh
we start
shit,
hopping
we're
planes.
exactly where they are at? Oh, yeah. So we got word that there's, they've been taking people from the road. Apparently this is the easiest option. So just go down the road to Yofoso for a bit, and I'm pretty sure you'll see them.
Okay. Oh, and one more thing. Are they targeting any specific type of people?
Nope,
you know,
everything.
particular everything.
Yeah,
Anything.
they're,
Okay.
they're a 3D supremacist, so they view anything that's not them as inferior.
Okay.
Fucking
Got it.
genies, am I right? You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I know what you mean, man. It's rough out there. With the genies and shit.
It's rough out
Crazy.
there with the genies, man. Feels like every other day there's a new genie in town. Anyways,
Yeah, that's what they've been saying. Yeah.
I'm gonna go out back and do a shitload of drugs. I'll catch you guys later.
This whole place
Take
is
care.
filled with weird and awkward people.
Yeah, you're right, June. You can fix them.
It's interesting, Isaac, that you can just turn off the weird nonsense language whenever you feel like it.
Well, see, you know, I was kind of having fun earlier to take the stress off from my mom kind of getting really mad at me yesterday. But, you know, when someone outweirds me, you kind of become normal again. You know what I mean,
see.
gang?
That guy really did snap you back into reality, didn't he?
Yeah, it's like being sobered up after.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Is he floating?
Will
Oh my god.
Pete please stand up?
This is I look at Abel, I'm like, wow.
If I'm gonna be honest, I'm very glad that I'm back with you guys, at least for the moment. This has been very nice. Just the sheer ridiculous things that you guys get into.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back too, Abel.
You say we get into weird things? Did you hear what that guy was saying?
I only seem to meet very evil and selfish people whenever I travel. You seem to find a lot more of the weird ones. And the ones that
Okay.
at least don't seem to be, at first glance anyways, a jerk, an asshole, or just general terrible person. They're just weird,
Oh.
which is, I guess, is fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So you guys, for interplanar travel, right? We don't really have an easy way to do that. There was no, wait, I know, right? There's Eric, and
God damn
what was
it.
that floating place we went to? What was it
Highstat?
called? Highstat. We can get Eric in Highstat, and he had interplanar travel set up, so we could just teleport over there and have him send us to the fire plane, get the slaves back.
Oh. Sure. We can do that.
Okay. And then I
Yeah.
guess we could. Oh, and I guess we would get back. I guess we can figure it out. We can just go talk to him, right? Oh wait, should we kill the slavers first so that more slaves don't get sent over there? That probably makes sense, right?
I think so.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's go get the slaves first.
Right.
Are you guys ready to go?
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, let's go to Eufosto. Kind of.
You guys have a long rest at the Desert Rose Inn, and you start making your way to taking care of the Freedy slavers. All right, with that, session complete. Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
Flavors. Woohoo!
Let's go kill Slaver.